Gabriel Landeskog, after not playing since the Colorado Avalanche lifted and hoisted the Stanley Cup. That's the last game he played back in 2022. In the lineup tonight. And they were pumped for him. No score first period. 4 minutes in. Dallas and Colorado series tied 1-1. Stay tuned following the game for the Alberta Blue Cross Travel Insurance Goal Game, Health, Dental, and Travel. We got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca. We come back with our Inside the Game analyst, Rob Brown, when we return on the Oilers Radio Network.
Did you know the Brick is proudly Canadian-owned and operated? We started right here in Canada over 50 years ago. Now, our 5,000 team members are proud to be your neighbor in more than 200 communities across Canada. And we support all Canadians with a growing selection of quality-made Canadian products and manufacturers. Nobody knows more about furnishing Canadian homes at the guaranteed lowest price than us. The Brick, saving you more. Get ready to live sky high. Sky Signature Suites offers remarkable units for rent featuring sophisticated floor plans, designer finishes, and breathtaking views. Experience resort-like amenities including a full-time concierge, yoga and fitness studios, golf simulator, plus indoor and outdoor lounges for you to live your best life. Visit SkySignatureSuites.com and make your home high above the ordinary.
You're listening to Rogers Game Night on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 CHAD, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
All right, we bring aboard our Inside the Game analyst. Welcome back, everybody. Rogers Game Night Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth, and Rob Brown is with us now. Rob, Oilers had a good final 20 minutes or so, 21 minutes of that game. Obviously need a better start, but some very different personnel. So let's start there. Evander Kane, John Klingberg, both in. Your thoughts?
Well, they're bringing two different things, two different qualities to the game tonight. Evander Kane, I don't know what he's going to be like with his hands, with reading plays early in this hockey game. You miss a full year, it's going to be tough. But what he can bring is an intensity, an intimidation, a physicality, a meanness. And I think that is something that the Oilers are desperate for. And we saw what he did in the last couple times he played the LA Kings in the playoffs. He took a lot of healthy runs at Drew Doughty, to the point that Drew Doughty is going to be a Hall of Famer. But Drew Doughty would throw the puck away, trying to protect himself from a Kane hit. So I don't know what Kane will do with the puck on his stick. But as I said with Bryn earlier, the first shift, unless there is a 2-on-1 or a breakaway, if you are carrying the puck up and Kane's on the ice, you throw it into the corner where Kane can go and lay someone out. So there's got to be physicality, and he's just itching to do it. For Klingberg, it's just simple plays, moving the puck up quickly, moving his feet. I'm sure they will try to find a little bit of sheltered minutes at times, but I don't think they want to get caught with playing four defensemen and having one guy sit the entire night. So I think that they want Klingberg to feel comfortable out there, but he will be a guy that moves the puck, and I think that's what they want out of him. So they've got, Beauty and the Beast in this one. They want a guy playing pretty, and they want a guy playing ugly.
All right, your thoughts on the Oilers loading up McDavid, Draisaitl, and Corey Perry?
Well, it's funny. There's so much written about you can't have them playing together. This team is better when you take them apart. But you look around the National Hockey League, Kucherov and Point play together. McKinnon and Rantanen, and now McKinnon and Natchez. Marner and Matthews, Stone and Eichel. All the best players play with each other. So they don't split those players up. So I don't think there's anything wrong with Connor and Leon playing together. The game completely tilted once they put those two together last game. The one thing, the LA Kings are a great team. They really are, Bob. But the one thing that I don't think they have, I don't know if they have a defenseman that can skate well enough to compete against Connor and Leon being on the ice at the same time over and over. You look at this, the Dallas had Heiskanen, the Florida Panthers had, was it Lundell on the back end, Makar in Colorado. Doughty's an incredible Hall of Fame defenseman, but he's older. He doesn't move as good as he did. And we saw that last game in the third period. The LA Kings were struggling to be able to keep up to Connor and Leon when they were together. So I think why not lead Trump? If you're the Edmonton, you've got the two best players in the world, start with them. Force the issue, try to get the lead. The LA Kings are a better team with the lead.
Yeah, you heard Rob Brown. The Oilers need to start better. That's the Ford keys to the game. Brought to you by Ford, the official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Built Ford proud. That wraps up Rogers game night. Cam Moon is ready to go. He's jacked. He's pumped. He's stoked. The Edmonton Oilers game 2, round 1. Looking to even the series and get a split out of Los Angeles. Mooner will have the call up next on Fort Oilers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Fountain Tire, our focus is taking care of your vehicle. Your focus? Saving up to 25% off select tires. Plus, getting up to a $120 mail-in rebate on a set of 4 select tires until April 26th. So we both win. Fountain Tire, we're on this road together.
Athletes know that to advance your career, you've got to be part of a winning team. So, what about you? Are you working for a winning team? Well, here's your chance to do just that. Brandt is a strong and stable industry leader with career opportunities across Canada. We have hundreds of positions available right now, from parts, sales, positioning technology, heavy-duty mechanics, and more. Be a part of a winning team. Earn your stripes by joining Brandt today. Find out more at BrandtJobs.com.
Experience the exciting casino action at 3 Century Casino locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Take in the ultimate game day experience at the all-new Selly Sports Bar and Lounge. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options and off-track betting. Feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Don't miss a second of the action at Century Casino.
Chemco is more than just a trusted local name. Chemco has been building industry across Canada for more than 60 years. From engineering through to commissioning, construction, maintenance, and beyond, Chemco's multidiscipline approach stands firmly on the belief that Chemco cares. It's not just what they do, it's how they do it. Visit Chemco.com and discover how they can support your project today. Chemco, proud fans of the Edmonton Oilers, serving and supporting communities across Canada for over 60 years.
At Fountain Tire, our focus is taking care of your vehicle. Your focus? Saving up to 25% off select tires. Plus, getting up to a $120 mail-in rebate on a set of 4 select tires until April 26th. So we both win. Fountain Tire, we're on this road together.
We stand on
And here to perform the national anthem of the United States of America, backed by popular demand, please sing along with the harmonica class from the Koreatown Senior and Community Center.
This is OilCountry. Now, with the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
It's game two. The Edmonton Oilers and the Los Angeles Kings. The first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. 1-0. The Kings lead this series. Good evening. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer, Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, Jack Michaels, Brendan Escott. We are the Oilers Radio Network and our starting lineup. It's brought to you by Coventry Homes. Flexibility within reach. Get back in the game with customizable designs by Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers. For the Oilers up front, Connor McDavid with Leon Draisaitl and Corey Perry, Darnell Nurse and Evan Bouchard on defense. Stuart Skinner starts in goal. For the Kings, Philip Deneau, Warren Foegele, and Trevor Moore up front. Mikey Anderson and Drew Doughty on defense. Darcy Kemper in goal. We drop the puck. We're underway. Furman South and Wes McCauley, the referees. Johnny Murray and Travis Garlitz, they're on the lines, and the puck goes into the Kings zone. Moore on the right wing boards. Chopped it to the middle, but that was poked towards the net by Perry and just wide. McDavid to Draisaitl. Didn't get all of it. It goes off the side of the net. Perry one-hands it to McDavid off the left wing to the top of the circle. Cycles it low. Draisaitl to the right, to the blue line, to Bouchard, to Draisaitl. The shot just wide. The rebound just put off of the pad of Kemper. Coming in from the point was Nurse. And it's kept in on the right side by Bouchard. Right wing, Doughty for the Kings will float it out.
Just about ran him. Doughty threw the puck away.
That'll be an icing call. He wanted no part of that hit.
Yeah, that was a business decision from Drew Doughty. Great first shift for the Edmonton Oilers. Got two really good looks. Kings lucky didn't end up in the net.
Face off to the right of Kemper. 20 saves on 25 shots in game one. A 6-5 victory for the Kings. As Nugent, Hopkins, Kane, and Hyman out on the ice. Evander Kane's first game since game two of the Stanley Cup final. And the puck goes just off the stick of Kemper. Lifted off the boards and out. As it got to center ice, and Klingberg back into the Edmonton zone, across to Wallman, up the right wing to Kane, off his stick and in. In behind the net, Edmondson shoveled it around, but into the skates of Zach Hyman. It's up against the boards inside LA territory. Edmondson in behind his net. We're just underway here in game two. Scoreless between the Oilers and the Kings. Kempe in over the Edmonton line. A shot! That's off the arm of Stuart Skinner.
Good stop from Skinner.
To center ice, Kuzmenko into his own end. Clark across to Edmondson. Edmondson off the left wing boards, off of LaFerriere. Skinner's got to come out and play it. Left wing corner to Brent Kulak, and behind the net now on the right. For Emberson will get it out to center ice. For Trent Frederick, just to the Kings blue line. That's it. Connor Brown can get it off the right wing boards and in. It's in the corner. Brown had to go off his stick to the middle, and Fiala, he'll bring it out. 2-on-2 with Byfield. Crisscrosses, lost the puck, and Emberson through the middle of the ice to Brown. He'll come into the LA end on the left wing. He'll take a shot, and that's off a King's stick, goes wide of the goal. And along the left wing, it's Mikey Anderson, and behind the net to Gavrikov, back to Anderson.
Already a better start from Edmonton through the first couple minutes here.
Scoreless in the first, up the left wing. Puck goes to Malott, he'll dump it in. Skinner out to get the puck to the end boards for Evan Bouchard. Wheel it up the left side to center ice to Podkolzin. He'll scoop it in. It goes off the blocker of Kemper. Hellenius up the right wing to Malott. And Malott at center, across to Mikey Anderson, into the Edmonton zone, left wing corner for Hellenius. He got hit, and the puck sent off the right wing side, down the ice, and that's going to be icing against Edmonton.
Not going to complain about an icing call 3 minutes into the game, but Drew Doughty, a veteran play, peeled off there. Reduced the call.
2:59 into the scoreless first.
And now an ozone draw that Janmark, who's about a 41% face-off man, going up against Deneau. Pretty good in the circle. Real good third-line center for LA.
Face off to the right of Skinner. Puck goes to the right wing corner of the Edmonton zone. Trevor Moore on the end boards to Foegele, and unable to get it on net. The puck cleared out by Podkolzin. Gavrikov to Moore. That's offside against the Kings. And then Moore takes a hit from Janmark.
That's all part of the playoff gamesmanship. And then Edmondson went in there and Podkolzin picked him off. And we saw what Podkolzin did earlier this year to Jeremy Lauzon. And Edmondson's a big, tough, hard-nosed defender that knows how to fight. But Lauzon got the proverbial you-know-what kicked out of him.
That was one real hard shot in Nashville.
Yeah. And ironically enough, Podkolzin, Greer kind of jumped him the one time. Other than that, he didn't really have a fight all year.
Nope.
A lot of guys sort of stayed away from him after that.
Word gets around. Bouchard will lift it up and out. Glove down by Doughty. Left wing for Deneau to Fogle to Deneau at center ice. Deneau had the game winner in game one. Flips the puck in. Draisaitl through the middle to McDavid. Brings it into the LA end. Oh, shoot it. It's blocked. Puck gets to the middle, but Anderson there for the Kings. Across to Moore. Center ice, he can shoot it in. The right wing corner of his own end is Evan Bouchard. The scoreless for here in the first. Oilers and the Kings, it's game two. Nurse to center ice, shoots it in. It's in behind the net. Hyman on the left to Nurse. His shot sailed it high over the Kings net around the boards. It comes out. Klingberg to shoot it back in. Anderson across to Edmondson. Up the left wing to Fiala. Pinched upon there by Klingberg. And Hyman off the right wing boards. Got it into the Kings zone. Kane trying to find it. It's flipped up near the blue line and out. Klingberg to Kane, but Edmonton offside.
Well, you wonder what Evander Kane's thinking. It's basically been 10 and a half months since he last played. June 10th in Florida, game 2. And he was hurting for certain by that point.
He said this morning after the morning skate, he hasn't felt this good in a long time. Faceoff's going to be right at center ice.
This is an interesting matchup here. They're trying to get the Kopitar line against Henrique and Brown. And Frederick. This guy is going to have to check for Edmonton.
Henrique can flip it in. Edmondson turns it in the right wing corner. Had to go off the glass. It hits Frederick, and now Kempe will get it out down the right wing to Kuzmenko into the Oilers zone. Kuzmenko taken to the end boards by Ty Emberson. And Kempe to the left wing point to Brant Clark. Down low, Kuzmenko goes in behind the net. In front of the goal, put wide. Good chance for Kempe, just missed.
But that's a stationary breakout for LA. They create a scoring chance. Edmonton's going to have to manage that. Line's going to have to do a better job than that.
Emberson in the right wing corner of the Oilers zone. Holds on to it. He's right at the dot. With just over 5 minutes gone here in a scoreless first. Oilers and Kings in game 2. Kings up 1-0. Puck dumped into LA territory. As it goes to the end boards, Janmark back to the point. Bouchard wasn't quite there yet. It comes out. Bouchard to his own end across to Nurse. Now to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard to center ice. Shoots it off the right corner boards. Rims to the left. Off the skate, Podkolzin. Arvidsson comes in to try to dig it free. To Janmark, to the right wing point for Bouchard. A shot. That one hit bodies in front. Arvidsson to Podkolzin. It goes just wide. Right wing corner, Spence high in the air and out. Hopped over the stick of Bouchard. And he'll go in behind the Edmonton goal.
Incredibly passive neutral zone from LA.
Now to McDavid, and he'll fly through and now come in over the line, go into the left wing corner. Ran into Doughty to Klingberg to McDavid. Cross ice pass knocked out of the air by Deneau, and it comes out. Jake Wallman just inside the Edmonton blue line. On the left wing to Hyman, and they'll say he went in early, and that's an offside call against the Oilers. We're going to take a break. Scoreless here in the first. The Oilers and the Kings, 6 minutes, 21 seconds gone in this opening period. From the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles, it's Four Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know, Alberta's a special place. From the Rockies to the Plains, it's a land of hard work and big dreams. If you're going to tackle it all, you need a truck that can keep up. That's why I can't say enough about my Ford F-150. It's more than a truck. It's a partner. Rugged toughness, serious capability, and smart features that make your life easier, like available Pro Power onboard. The Ford F-150. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Hey, Edmonton. Ever think about who gets your hard-earned money when you buy groceries or gas? For all you know, it could be buying a second yacht or private jet. But at Co-op, they put it right back into the community. That's because they're owned by 120,000 everyday Edmontonians, not a corporation. Feel good about where your money goes when you shop Co-op. Visit in-store for details.
If you've got educational goals, Portage College is ready to provide the assist. Portage College has over 30 programs, with some offered through blended delivery or entirely online. At Portage College, certificates, diplomas, apprenticeships, degree pathways, and micro-credentials are all within your reach. And just like any good team, it feels more like a family. With their small class sizes, you'll feel right at home in no time. To learn more about Portage College, visit portagecollege.ca. Portage College. It's about you.
All games, all seasons. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
That means.
Here we are in the first period. Oilers, Kings, scoreless. 6:21 gone in this opening frame. Tonight's Oilers Alberta Fights Cancer Playoff 50-50, presented by Rogers. It's in support of the Ben Stelter Foundation, Kids with Cancer Society, and the Alberta Cancer Foundation, advancing research, investing in treatments, and providing support to families. Get your tickets now at edmontonoilers.com/50-50 to join the fight for a cure.
We're keeping Drew Doughty out against McDavid at all times, so if the Oilers do a quick change, I'll get him off quickly if it's not McDavid's line out there.
Pass through the middle off the stick of Hyman. It goes into the Kings' end. They'll put it in behind the net for Evander Kane. Back to the right wing point, Klingberg. It's it low. Kane has it now left wing behind the goal to Hyman. He'll bring it in front. He'll turn. He'll shoot it. And a save made by Kemper, who put his stick down on the ice. And Kopitar will get it out. Right side to Clark. Taken out hard by Kane. Puck flipped towards the Edmonton net. There's going to be a penalty.
Clark
against Kane.
Clark spun himself in a position, and Kane followed through.
Cross-check. Cross-checking the call against Evander Kane.
Well, here's something to look for here. 5 forwards for LA. And do the Edmonton Oilers sneak Connor McDavid out at some point against this 5-forward unit?
Penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
I think you got to find a way to win a draw on the PK, too.
Scoreless here in the first. 6:55 gone. Kings went 2 for 5 on the power play in game 1. Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Puck to the right wing point. Fiala on the right side. Put it in behind the net. Kuzmenko to Kopitar. To Kuzmenko to Kopitar. To Kuzmenko in behind the net. Kopitar on the left wing. To the blue line. Kempe to Kopitar. To Kuzmenko. His centering pass. That one goes off of Nurse, and it was underneath him, so we got the whistle. Face-off will stay in the Edmonton zone.
I'm not quite sure why you wouldn't. I think at some point we're going to see McDavid out on the PK, but got to win draws, got to get pucks out.
Face off to the right of Skinner. Goes
Keep
to the point.
Draws.
Kempe will shoot it, and that one hit legs and goes to the left wing corner. Kopitar to Kuzmenko to Kopitar. Kuzmenko saucers it back to the line. Kempe on the left to Kopitar to Kuzmenko. His cross-ice pass. Save made by Skinner, and he covers it up. As that came loose, the pass got blocked, but it went into the slot, and a good opportunity there for the Kings.
Janmark and McDavid's out. They stuck McDavid out here. He's going to come out with Janmark. Connor McDavid hasn't killed penalties all year, but he's out here right now.
Minute 21 to go in the penalty to Kane. To the left wing point. Kopitar down the left wing boards. Gets into the corner off of Kuzmenko's stick. That's rimmed and all the way down the ice by Kulak. Kempe out from behind his net. Scoreless here in the first. The Oilers and the Kings. It's game 2. To Kopitar. Kopitar to Fiala. Fiala down the left wing. At his stick lifted by McDavid. And he'll bring it out. Into the Kings zone. Down the right wing for Brown. The shot and the save made by Kemper. Good look for Connor Brown. Set up by Connor McDavid. Kempe will shoot it into the Oilers zone. Wallman will get to it. Rims it hard up the left wing. Janmark back into his own end and now touched by the Kings. That's offside against Los Angeles. 28 seconds left to go in this power play. Scoreless, 8:28 gone in the first, and the Oilers get a shorthanded opportunity with McDavid on the ice.
Just a little bit different look. You're in the playoffs. I get not using them on the PK in the regular season, especially against a 5-forward unit.
Exactly.
That's the biggest thing.
Goes to Nurse. You can hear the boos. And he gets it all the way down the ice. Kempe, or make that Doughty out from behind his net. Up to Danault, left wing to Fogle. Fogle, left wing corner. Pass it front, scores! Went down the left wing, fired it in front of the net. Grant Clark was there to put it home, and it's 1-0 Los Angeles on the power play goal.
He got beat at the blue line there, and then Clark drove the net. We're having a little bit of a discussion here. The Oilers are not challenging. Good play by Fogle.
8:44 time of the goal. Brant Clark with his first of the playoffs. He had 5 in the regular season to go along with 28 assists. Puck dumped into the Kings zone. Kings now 3 for 6. On the power play in this series. Doughty out through the middle. On the right wing, off the stick of Danault, and it goes in behind the Edmonton net. 1-0 Kings lead here in the first period. Up the right wing to McDavid. In over the Kings line, drops it back to Draisaitl. Stops on the right wing boards to Kulak. Across to Bouchard. Didn't get much on the shot. Comes in front. Jammed on goal, and the save made by Kemper. This time off of McDavid. The puck back to the left wing point. On to the right wing boards to Draisaitl. Fiala took it away and will get it out for Quentin Byfield. He'll shoot it down into the Oilers zone. Kulak, left wing corner. He'll take a hit.
That's a high stick.
There's a penalty coming up, and that stick came up on Brett Kulak. And the Edmonton Oilers are about to go on the power play.
Kevin Fiala's going to go off. This fan base, Craig McTavish, the old coach, talked about how emotional this building has been historically, even dating back to the old building.
Okay. Power play brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Oilers get their first chance of the man advantage.
Got to score. Got to match. They're 1 for 1 in the power play. You got to find a way to match it as well.
Oilers went 0 for 2 in game 1. They're down 1-0 here in game 2. Kings leading the series 1-0. Face off to the right of Darcy Kemper.
Kopitar is doing a good job on draws, and that's been a problem. Edmonton had thought they'd improve, and you wonder whether or not at some point maybe they look at reinserting Derek Ryan here if they continue to struggle on the PK count.
Yeah. McDavid's got to come in and take the draw against Kopitar. And the puck will go to Mikey Anderson in the corner for Gavrikov, but it's in his skates. Now flipped up towards Kopitar, and he'll chop it out. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Into the King zone on the right wing. Off the right wing boards to the blue line. Bouchard, left wing for Nugent Hopkins. To Bouchard on the left wing point. Into the left side. McDavid across to Hyman. The shot saved by Kemper. And the puck cleared out by Anderson.
Well, they gave up the inside seam, and Hyman was found wide open by McDavid. Didn't convert it.
Great stop by Darcy Kemper. He got it with the left pad. Up the left wing, Bouchard in over the line towards the net. Across to Hyman, right wing corner for Draisaitl. To McDavid, right corner to Draisaitl. Steps up the right wing a bit to the blue line to Bouchard. Left side, Nugent Hopkins. A shot towards the net, partially blocked. It goes in behind the goal. Kicked over to Draisaitl. To the blue line to Bouchard. Left wing to Nugent Hopkins. To Bouchard on the blue line. Into the slot. McDavid forced over by Anderson to the left wing, then shakes him off. Comes towards the net in front of the goal. It goes in behind the net. Nugent Hopkins to Bouchard. He'll let it go. That's blocked. Bouchard keeping it in. Left wing corner. McDavid in behind the net. In front to Bouchard over his stick, and it goes down the ice. Skinner to play it quickly. Draisaitl into the King zone. 1-0 Los Angeles here in the first. Draisaitl's pass picked off by Moore. Long shot, gloved by Skinner. Flips it into the left wing corner. Penalty over in 15 seconds. Nurse comes in front of his net. 8:20 to go in the first. 1-0 Los Angeles. To Corey Perry on the right wing. He'll shoot it in. Goes to Kane in behind the net. To the right wing point for Wallman. To Kane, went off his stick, and it's shot down by Edmondson. Penalty is done, and it's an icing call against the Kings. Oilers goal for one with a man advantage. Had some good looks, especially the one to Zach Hyman.
Henrique out here with King and Perry.
All right.
Edmonton's had 3 scoring chances by my count, hasn't scored. Kings have had 1, maybe 2. We'll give them 2. They got a second look on the power play.
Yeah, they had that one right in the slot. Off the block pass.
But their power play is 3 for 6, and the Oilers are 0 for 3. And right now, it's the difference in the series.
Fiala was offside, got back onside, shot it in, hit Nurse with it. Nurse couldn't get it out, but Wallman will get a better chance, and he'll turn it up the left wing. Jake Wallman's pass off a stick into the King zone. Edmondson across to Gavrikov. Now up the left wing to Kuzmenko, stood up at the blue line by Nurse. And the puck into the Edmonton zone. Nurse can go back for it. And he'll take it in behind the net. Now out from behind it. Loops back. Nurse will wait.
I don't know why they're booing. They're the team that's not fortunate.
Oh, it's because it's Nurse.
I know. And they're also booing the Oilers' lack of alacrity, moving the puck up the ice.
Right wing, Hellenius. He'll get the puck off the right wing. That's going to go down the ice. It won't be icing. Klingberg to the left wing corner. Up the left side to Kulak. Off the boards and out a bouncing puck. Now to Janmark. He'll come in. His pass got blocked. He was looking for Arvidsson as they had a 2-on-1 break. Puck along the boards inside LA territory. Oilers trying to dig it free. Podkolzin and Janmark. And it goes near the blue line. Janmark across the line to Klingberg down the right wing. In behind the net to Arvidsson. Taken to the boards by Spence. Slides off the check. Then got dumped down. Gets back up. It's poked behind the goal. Janmark to the right wing point to Klingberg. Shot saved by Kemper. There's a big rebound. And the puck goes to the left wing, and LaFerriere got it to the boards. Oilers down 1-0 here in the first. 6:18 to go in the period. Klingberg on the blue line. Right side putt. Colson, a high riser, goes off the glass. It's in behind the Los Angeles net. Hacked over to the left wing, and LaFerriere takes a hit from Podkolzin but gets it out. Klingberg in front of his net, and now through the middle. Get to the center ice line. Snap the puck in. Doughty. Along the boards to Fiala, up in the air, glove down by Bouchard, now into the King zone. Stops on the right to Nugent Hopkins, a shot off the blocker of Kemper. And the puck along the left wing. And it'll go to Bouchard, right wing point. His pass in front of the net, knocked down by Byfield. And Byfield comes out with Fiala. To Kempe into the Oiler end, a shot, stick save by Skinner. Nugent Hopkins in his own zone. Up the left wing, but it doesn't get out. Kempe behind the goal. Loses it to Nugent Hopkins. Now to Bouchard to wait in behind the net. Bouchard, right wing to Draisaitl. Gets to center. On the left to McDavid. Into the Kings end. Top of the circle. Lost the puck. Fogle will come out. Fogle to Moore. Over the line. A shot. That's blocked by Wallman. And it comes out to the neutral zone. Gavrikov will shoot it in. 4:40 to go in the first. 1-0 Kings lead. And behind his nets, John Klingberg. Grant Clark, the goal scorer for Los Angeles. It was on the power play at 8:44. Klingberg. Cross to Wallman up the left wing off the stick of Arvidsson. Doughty pressured by Podkolzin, and Podkolzin can go to the end boards. To Arvidsson up near the line, but LaFerriere will take it and get out to center ice. So shoot it in cross corner. Hits the corner boards. Goes to the left wing, top of the circle. Janmark got it out through the middle to Podkolzin. They're knocked down in just inside the Los Angeles blue line. The puck comes out. And it hits somebody at the Kings bench, and Arvidsson will bring it in. Arvidsson on the right wing. His shot off the blocker of Kemper goes straight up into the air to the side of the net. And poked out, just poked out of the zone by Kempe. You go to Clark. Clark will loop back at his own blue line, right wing to Byfield, into the Oiler end. It goes to Kempe, off his stick, and the Oilers can counter. Henrique on the right wing to Brown. He'll dump it in. 1-0 Kings lead. We're here in the first. Puck goes in front of the Los Angeles net. Kemper will play it to Fiala. 3:15 to go in the opening period. Fiala to Byfield. Lost it at the Edmonton blue line. Kane able to dump it in. Gavrikov up the right wing boards. Will get it out. Kulak waits. Hammers it right back in. Oilers got to tag up to get back on side. More to the end boards. Rimmed on the right to Fogle. Pinching down Kulak to keep it in for Edmonton, but Fogle stays with it, does get it out. Moore one-on-one with Emberson. Into the Oiler end, stops up. Gets the pass to Fogle. Rolls it in front, no one there. Now Anderson shot wide of the net. And the puck comes to the neutral zone. Anderson will dump it back in. It's in behind the Edmonton goal. Skinner, right wing corner to Emberson.
So lots of things Edmonton's done well, other than the penalty kill in this period.
Draisaitl out through center. In over the line to McDavid down the left wing. Stops on the left wing boards. Up to the top of the circle. Cycles at Klingberg. Cross the line. Pass to Wallman. Goes to the right corner. Wallman in behind the Kings net to the left. To Perry. Perry tried to swing it in front. Could not get it through. And Perry goes to the right wing corner. Along the right wing boards. Penalty coming up to the Kings. As McDavid was knocked to the ice by Byfield. Byfield's going to go to the box. And the Edmonton Oilers are going on the power play. With 1:50 to go here in the first. 1-0. Kings lead the Oilers. And Edmonton on the power play when we come back. From the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles, it's Four Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
When was the last time your electricity and natural gas provider made you feel like this? Low rates, no strings attached, year-round perks, and local energy experts who always have your back with Encore by Epcor. Find that carefree energy feeling at encore.epcor.com/carefree.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oiler fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer, we're here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Quentin Byfield off for the trip. Edmonton Oilers go on the power play.
Well, Byfield didn't get called twice in the last game. He interfered with McDavid on his own entry when Edmonton was on the power play, and given how soft the call was on the 5-on-3 that gave LA the fifth goal of the game the other night, thought maybe there could have been an equalizer. He also woke Connor McDavid up. He face washed him, gave him a punch, and then Connor completely took the game over and had a goal and 3 assists, and it was game on. But right now, difference in the series, special teams. Kings have scored 3 power play goals, and Edmonton's been held off the score sheet.
1-0 Kings lead here in the first. Minute 45 to go in the period. It's on the right side. Draisaitl across. The shot saved by Kemper. Hard one-timer from Bouchard. Glove saved by Kemper. He holds on. Power play brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Face off to the right of Kemper.
Oilers have done a lot of good things in this first period. They're out shooting LA 11-6. Kemper's been good. Got a breakthrough on the power play to even it up the game.
Goes to the line. Bouchard tried to snap it low. Goes off a skate to the left wing where Deneau will get it down the ice. Skinner will set it behind the net. Bouchard skates up through the middle. Drops it back to McDavid with speed into the King zone. Left wing, Nugent Hopkins. Across to Draisaitl. Was behind him. It comes out. The Oilers have to regroup. Draisaitl to center ice. Now to McDavid into the King zone. For the right wing point to Draisaitl. Comes across the line. Last minute here in the first. Left wing to Nugent Hopkins. To the blue line to Bouchard. Back to Nugent Hopkins. Into the left wing corner as Hyman's trying to get control. It's up against the boards. Tied up in skates. Pass across by Draisaitl. Block comes over to McDavid now on the right wing. For Bouchard over to Draisaitl. For Nugent Hopkins to Draisaitl. Left side, top of the circle. Comes back to the blue line. Left wing corner is looking for Nugent Hopkins. Hit the stick of Anderson. It goes out of play. 29 seconds to go here in the first. 1-0 Kings lead.
See a couple changes here. Going to go 2D. Wallman, who can really shoot the puck, and Bouchard, and then Perry up front with McDavid and Draisaitl.
Takes off to the right of Kemper. Puck goes to Edmondson. He'll hammer it around the boards and down the ice.
Special teams face-offs. The Kings have been the better team.
Bouchard up the right wing. Comes into the King zone, over the line, weaves over to the left wing. Off the boards to the right. Edmondson helps it right around the boards and down the ice again. And the period's over in 5 seconds. First period done. Edmonton with a little bit of power play time, just 10 seconds to start off that second period. But yeah, Edmonton controlled a lot of that first, but unable to solve Darcy Kemper so far. 1-0 Kings after 20. What'd you see in that first 20 minutes?
Edmonton's winning the 5-on-5 battle in the series, and the Kings are winning the special teams. The exact opposite of what's occurred the last 3 years. Edmonton was 25 for 55 in the power play against LA the last 3 years. That's 45%. Last year, Edmonton scored 9 power play goals against the number 2 ranked PK unit. They're not simple enough on the power play. They got to get more pucks to the net, create some chaos. That said, Hyman missed a wonderful opportunity down low, and Kemper's been good. And who do you need to have as your best penalty killer?
Well, your goaltender.
And so, LA up 1-0. I like Edmonton's game a lot more tonight, but they're going to have to dig in here.
All right, Brant Clark, he's the goal scorer. It came at 8:44, the opening period on the power play from Fogle and Deneau, and that has been it so far. Edmonton out shooting Los Angeles 11-6 in that opening period. Well, I can tell you this. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, they're standing by. They're ready to go. They'll have the first intermission for you when we come back. 1-0 Kings lead here after the first period of Game 2. From the Crypto.com arena in L.A., it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
The same AI-powered technology that helps Oilers fans move through security efficiently at Rogers Place is also available for Edmonton area schools, hospitals, and workplaces. Evolve Technology, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers and official security screening partner of Rogers Place, helps identify potential threats and create safe experiences at hockey games and wherever people gather. Visit Rogers Place to experience Evolve live or check out evolve.com for more information. That's EVOLV.com.
Over the last decade, the world of work has changed dramatically. It's a change that can cause a disconnect between a company and its employees. But a partnership with Aon can help by making decisions that create a more flexible, engaged, and resilient workforce. Aon's experience and expertise, global understanding, and advanced analytics ensure that every client is better informed and better advised so that they can make better decisions. Whatever the next decade brings, Aon is in the business of better decisions.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Bouchard on the left wing point, into the left side. McDavid across to Hyman. The shot saved by Kemper, and the puck cleared out by Anderson.
That's our highlight zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and right next door to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winter Zone. Welcome to the first intermission from Rogers Place in Edmonton at the big bash that we've got going on here. The crowd's right into this one. That was a great opportunity for the Oilers to tie this baby up. Bryn Griffiths along with Rob Brown joining you. Brownie, that Hyman chance, man, oh man, that was so close to tying this game up.
Yeah, it was a fantastic save. The Edmonton Oilers' first power play had about 5 or 6 grade A scoring looks. Hyman had the first shot, there was the save, and then the rebound bounces out, and the LA defenseman Gavrikov was able to get his stick there just in the nick of time as Kemper made one save, Gavrikov made one save, and the LA Kings escaped. Like, they survived that first power play as the Oilers had a number of chances. That, Bryn, was a much better period by the Edmonton Oilers. They had more shots in that period than they did in the first 40 minutes last game. The speed of that period was a different level than we saw through 40 minutes of last game from both teams. The Oilers loaded up with their 2 best players on the same line, started with the first shift, and they had a number of good looks. This was a much more desperate Edmonton Oilers team in the first 20 minutes.
I wrote down right here, better compete level from the Oilers early. I just thought, they're a little unlucky that it's not 1-1 through 20 minutes of play, but if they keep playing like this, they'll get their chances. They'll get far more chances than that. But what do you think of Evander Kane? I felt a little sorry for him on the one penalty that he took, but for the most part...
Well, it was a penalty.
There's no denying that.
Hit from behind.
Yeah.
So I don't think we feel sorry for him when he hits him from behind. But it was, it's got to be tough. Like, seriously, sitting out for 10 months. You practice all you want. You've been to the bunch of the practices, Bryn. The speed of the practice is nowhere. It's not even close to an exhibition game,
right?
Let alone a regular season, and then now right into the fire of a playoff game. And he's stepping in without almost a year since he's played a game. The speed at times probably will seem a little quick, but what he can control is the physicality. And you saw him try to finish every check. It was a big hit on Clark. It took a penalty and unfortunately cost the Oilers a goal, but it'll certainly be in the back of Clark's mind now. Every time that Kane comes out, Clark may move the puck a little bit quicker than he did the shift before. Kane will get better each and every shift. He will be better in the second period than the first, in the third than the second, in game 3 than game 2. But he was noticeable, and I think that is a big thing for Evander Kane, being noticeable in a game, because we've seen some very good games out of Evander Kane against the LA Kings come playoff time.
I guess the one thing for the Oilers that might be a little frustrating, and Bob pointed it out as well, is that they're not clicking with the man advantage. But the other thing is that when they're shorthanded and on the power play, they're not winning any draws. And if you don't get possession right off the top, you're already behind the ball.
Well, I thought they won a couple draws on the power play, and then the one that they lost, Connor McDavid got to the puck first. The LA Kings, Deneau won the face-off, but McDavid was the one that got there first. They had no problem setting up on their power play, and their power play did everything but score. They had a number of good looks. Last game against the Kings, game 1, the Oilers had, 2 power plays, and it didn't look good, their power plays. They didn't create the chances. The Kings were aggressive, and the Oilers really struggled to execute. I thought in the first two power plays the Oilers have had, they've had so many good looks. Very unfortunate not to have put one of those in the back of the net. Bouchard walking right down the slot, and the puck, unfortunately for him, skips just as it gets to him. No, their power play has looked very good. As for the penalty kill, Bob's right there. They lost a lot of draws. Kopitar seemed to win every face-off. To me, it's funny. Leon's, I don't know the stat, but I'm guessing Leon on power play or Connor on power play face-off would probably be north of 65%. And I would think it was the same tonight with Kopitar on offensive power play face-offs. When you're an offensive player, you want to start with the puck in the offensive zone. The LA Kings really didn't get a whole lot going on their power play until their second unit came out. And Fogle, what we've seen with Fogle when he was with an Edmonton Oiler, he's got speed. And Brant Clark, the one that took the hit from Evander Kane that caused the penalty, he drives the net. That was a really nice play by Fogle, nice finish by Clark. And again, we talked about it after game 1. We're talking about it after the first period tonight. The one huge advantage, I thought, and we probably will still see in this series, would be the Oilers special teams compared to the LA Kings special teams. Well, thus far in this series, was at 3-0 in favor of the LA Kings power plays to the Oilers. So I would imagine that it'll start to even out as the Oilers start to get some puck luck on their power play. But that was a very good period. I think that's the biggest thing you want to look at right now for an Oiler fan. That was a very good period by the Edmonton Oilers, and they probably feel a little unlucky that they aren't at least tied going into the first intermission.
We talked about it on the post-game show the other night, and we talked on the pre-game show today about the fact that if the Kings continue to go with 2 forwards at the point, that would we see Connor McDavid out there? And we did, and he and Connor Brown had a great chance as well, shorthanded, and I'm wondering if we're going to see more of that, because it seemed to be effective, but at some point, you got to try a few different things, right?
Well, it's the first thing I saw when the last time that the Oilers played in the regular season against LA. I said after that game that if I was the Edmonton Oilers' first playoff game, I would put Connor McDavid on the penalty kill.
Yeah.
Just it'll put fear. There's 5 forwards. If I was a forward that played defense on a power play, and I knew who was on the other team, and I knew if they had a very good offensive player, I always knew where that player was. So I was a little hesitant being the top guy in the power play, because I'm like, hey, I cannot fumble the puck. I can't make a bad pass. And if that's in your mind, it takes away from your offensive plays. And on the play, Connor McDavid, the thing about McDavid penalty killing, most penalty killers have the exact same routes, and you know exactly what they're doing. You just try to execute better than they do.
Right.
Connor McDavid follows no rules penalty killing. He just skates in figure eights. And he's so fast that if he misses one, he'll go back and he'll catch up on the second. And on that play right there, he just eventually forced a turnover And it was a great play that he made to Connor Brown. That was another nice save by Darcy Kemper, shorthanded. So, yes, I would continue to throw Connor McDavid out there just to disrupt what we've seen as to be a very good LA King power play.
More of the same for the Oilers, obviously, in the second period then.
I would think so. I would imagine LA will be better too. I think probably a little bit of nerves on the Kings side with the chance to go up 2-0 in this series. The additions of new players into the Oilers lineup, having Connor and Leon play together. We saw them on their heels, the Kings, in the first 2-3 minutes. So I think the Kings will be better. But I think the Edmonton Oilers have a lot of confidence after that first 20 minutes. That was exactly how we would expect the Oilers to play. And I think you're going to see that the remainder of this series.
Okay, Rob, thank you. We'll talk to you coming up at intermission number 2. Shots on goal in that first period by the Oilers, 11. The Los Angeles Kings, 6. And after 20 minutes of play in Los Angeles, the hometown Kings leading the Edmonton Oilers 1-0. At the intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Real Canadian Superstore has more ways to save than any other major grocer. Check out their weekly flyer for PC Optimum offers, deals on club size, no name, and always low-priced everyday items. Visit in-store to find everything from fashion and home decor to toys and electronics. And don't forget their new Fresh Promise on produce. If your produce isn't fresh, they'll replace it and refund it. There are so many ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. See their flyer for details.
Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Loyal to the oil, in Edmonton we trust. Rising to the top like a pizza crust. Got the flavors to play, yeah. Cooking on ice. Hunger happens, gotta score a slice. Let's go Oilers, E-Town unite. Ice District to Jasper, downtown to White. Wearing orange and blue, game on the street. Make the right call, Pizza 73. Let's go Oilers.
737373, Pizza 73. That door's making so much noise.
Shoulda called Abe's.
Why is the wind still getting into the garage? Freezing.
Shoulda called Abe's.
Stupid remote. My garage door won't open.
It's time to call Abe's Door Service, Edmonton's garage door repair specialists, featuring the best emergency service in the industry. Available 24/7. Choose repair and maintenance over replacement. Because at Abe's Door Service, service is their specialty. Online at abesdoor.ca.
This is Global News and the first intermission. I'm Zach Ferguson. The search continues for missing First World War memorial plaques from Edmonton Cemetery, with police turning to the public for help. Police have recovered 7 of the plaques and returned them to the city, but 6 are still missing. The city is planning to restore the returned plaques and install them back onto the headstones in June. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh made a push in Alberta for votes, insisting new Democrat members of Parliament would help keep the Liberals in check. Campaigning in Edmonton, Singh warned Canadians that he believes $28 billion in unspecific cost cuts in the Liberals' costed platform could be devastating for the nation. U.S. President Donald Trump is suggesting automobile tariffs currently slapped on Canadian imports could increase, while also indicating his administration is working on a deal with Canada. The U.S. has put 25% tariffs on all automobile imports, with a partial carve-out for vehicles made under the Canada-U.S.-Mexico trade agreement. I'm Zach Ferguson. Your next scheduled newscast will be at the second intermission right here on 880 CHED.
Hey folks, Paul Brandt here. Around these parts, we work hard, play hard, and we demand the best. Sometimes you need a truck that's a cut above. The Ford Super Duty. Tough enough for any job with the style and luxury you deserve. It's as powerful as it is refined, with cutting-edge features that make every drive a pleasure. In short, this ain't your everyday pickup. The Ford Super Duty. Drive the finest truck Alberta has to offer today at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PB sent you.
Do you have tickets to an upcoming event at Rogers Place that you can't attend? Donate your tickets to the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation Seats for Kids program, presented by Eagle Builders. Seats for Kids provides unused game tickets for charities, allowing children and families to enjoy hockey at Rogers Place. And for many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To be a part of the Seats for Kids program presented by Eagle Builders, please email edmonton@kidsupfront.com. That's edmonton@kidsupfront.com.
Play Alberta has hundreds of casino games right at your fingertips. Join thousands discovering why Fortune Coin is one of Alberta's most popular games. Fill your reels with golden coins. Multiply your prizes up to 6 times and turn good spins into legendary ones. Land the Fortune Coin symbol to win cash. Trigger the jackpot. Launch the free spins bonus and watch as the dragon takes over your screen. New players get 100 free spins only on playalberta.ca. Claim your offer today. If you gamble, use your game sense.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Bryn Griffiths back in Rogers Place in Edmonton at the watch party. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. One game is in the books tonight, and that was in Washington, where the Capitals have now taken a 2-0 series lead on the Montreal Canadiens, thanks to a 3-1 victory. Connor McMichael with 2 goals to help the Caps to the victory, and Logan Thompson with 25 saves to help them post the win. The other matchup is in Colorado tonight, where the Avalanche are leading the Dallas Stars 1-0. They are 4 minutes into period number 2. And the shots on goal have been very lopsided for the Dallas Stars, but they trail in the hockey game. The only goal in this one coming from Valerie Nichushkin. So that's the score there. It's 1-0 Colorado over Dallas. And as I said, they've got about 5 minutes. They've gone 5 minutes into the second period. That's your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. The second period is coming up next. Could hardly wait. Love the first period. Well, we love the second. Stay tuned. At the intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Legacy Heating and Cooling Jingle auditions take one for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Zach Hyman. Are you ready, guys?
We were born ready. Heck yes, Nuge. Drop the beat. Call Legacy. Call Legacy. We freaking killed it, Nuge. That's what I'm talking about, Zachary Martin Hyman.
Nice guys. We're going to sell a lot of air conditioners.
Hey, doesn't Legacy offer no payments and no interest for a year on those?
Yeah, well, thanks for the assist on the copy points there, Nuge.
It's just what I do.
Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Rogers is Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Tide tie things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stewart steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at the Crypto.com Arena, Cam Moonlow and Bob Stauffer getting ready for the second period of play. 1-0. Kings lead the Oilers. Brant Clark's first ever as an NHL playoff goal for Clark. That was on the power play at 8:44 into the first period. Edmonton has 10 seconds of power play time to start off this second period. The Oilers Alberta fights cancer playoffs 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's back with life-changing jackpots. Tonight's jackpot over $1.2 million and climbing. Our next lucky winner could be you. Get your tickets now at edmontonoilers.com/5050. Power play brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. As the Oilers with a little bit of power play time to start off the second period. Oilers trail this series 1-0. They trail the game 1-0 as that puck hit the curved glass at the Kings bench, and we'll get another neutral zone faceoff. Just 6 seconds into the second period. It'll get to McDavid. McDavid comes into the Kings zone on the left wing. Stops. Penalty is over. Puck goes to the left side, and Perry just shot it wide. Draisaitl on the right, into the corner to McDavid. He'll walk out, got to the middle, went off his stick, and Byfield will get it out. Edmonton now 0 for 2 on the power play. Moore one-hands it into the corner. Nurse behind the net to Bouchard, up the right wing. Bouchard across to Nurse. Nurse shoots it in. Rims on the right. Mikey Anderson lost it. It's against the right side. Draisaitl to the blue line. Nobody there for Edmonton. It comes out. So Jake Wallman is in behind the net. He's got Fogle on him. Trying to get away from Warren Fogle. There's a little button hook towards the left wing boards in Edmonton territory. Wallman to center ice to Evander Kane to Nugent Hopkins. Got the puck in on the right wing, but it's offside against Edmonton. They have to clear the zone. Edmonton through the middle of the ice for the Kings. At center ice, snaps the puck into the Edmonton end. It goes to the right wing corner. Off at Kopitar, over to Kane of the Oilers, and out through the middle of the ice. For Zach Hyman, off the right wing boards and in. Puck shot out by Clark. It won't be hard enough for icing. As Klingberg turns in front of the Edmonton net, now through the middle of the ice. To Kane, but the pass is behind him, and it's icing against Edmonton. 1:38 gone here in the second. 1-0 Kings lead.
And now an important draw for Matthias Janmark back in the Oilers D zone. And again, you're playing Janmark at center. He's about 41.5% during the regular season in the circle. Going up against Byfield. He's a big, rangy second overall pick in 2020.
Face off to the right of Skinner.
50-point seasons last 2 years, mostly left wing 2 years ago, center this year.
Fiala on the left side, Rims on the right, goes around to the right wing, top of the circle. Laferriere pushes it to the corner for Byfield. Out to Laferriere, well defended by Kulak, and Arvidsson can get it out on the right wing. Puck in the neutral zone. Kane went for the big hit on Byfield.
He got him, too.
He got him. Puck in the neutral zone. Kulak had to go off his stick. Deneau will get it into the middle. To Fiala, and shot, and that's blocked by Klingberg. And Arvidsson up the right wing for the Oilers will get it out. Cross ice to Podkolzin, but in a little bit early was Janmark. It's offside against the Oilers. Evander Kane has made his presence known with physicality.
We knew the one thing he could do is hit.
Yeah. And he's done it.
But unfortunately, he took the cross-checking penalty on Brent Clark, and Clark got the last laugh. Real good play by Fogle as he drove wide and then took it to the net. And Clark tapped it home, and that's the only goal in this game. Oilers 0 for 2 in the power play. LA 1 for 1.
Up the left wing, off the stick of Kuzmenko, goes into the crowd. Kind of been the story of the series. Kings now 3 for 6 on the power play.
And Edmonton 0 for 3.
0 for 4?
0 for 4. My apologies, yes.
You're right. Stark contrast to the previous years.
Yes. I mean, tonight the Oilers have had the majority of the play 5-on-5.
Face-off, it will be at center ice for that puck going out of play. It's at the Kings blue line. Clark across to Edmondson. He'll shoot it in. Rims to the right. Kopitar had to go off of him. Connor Brown through the middle. Now to Henrique to center on the left wing. Pass for Brown just missed him. Edmondson goes in behind his net. Connor Brown on him. Edmondson will go high in the air and out. A bouncing puck to Brett Kulak inside the Edmonton blue line. Ty Emberson through the middle to Kulak. Comes into the King zone on the right. He'll shoot it. Now launches off a stick and out of play. Henrique went to the front of the net. It drew a crowd.
They have no interest in having anybody deal. I mean, Edmondson will fight Frederick or Kane. That's the one guy that'll take it. Malott doesn't play enough. I mean, he played under 4 minutes.
Yeah.
They play 3 lines, 16 to 20 minutes a game. And I'll say this. I mean, you look at the ice time diversification in game 1. Kopitar played 21-29. In a 6 or 7 game series, I'll take McDavid and Draisaitl 20-plus minutes over Kopitar.
And they're going 11-7 tonight. Has Mo Ferrari had a shift yet?
No.
Face off to the left of Kemper. Mulberry being the...
Yeah, Kings keep winning draws, Ken.
Yeah, they've been doing that. Cleared out on the right wing. Won't be hard enough for icing. Bouchard swings it up the right for Perry. Now to Draisaitl. Has to go back into his own end. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Up the right wing to Evan Bouchard. And he will skate away from Fogle. Now in over the King line. Comes across it on the left side. Stops on the left board, steps out, got it to the side of the net. Oh, that just went past McDavid. Draisaitl cross ice to Bouchard. Bouchard on the left wing for Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl spinning around to McDavid, skates across the top, goes over to the right wing, still has it, goes into the corner, stops to the blue line. Bouchard across the line. It's in behind Nurse. And Moore will get control for the Kings.
What do you got to do there, Camp?
Shoot it.
You got to put it on the net.
And now sliding in behind is Fogle. A backhand and the save by Skinner on the left wing. Byfield inside the Edmonton end behind the net. He was looking for Laferriere. It goes past him. Big hit by Draisaitl on Gavrikov out of the right corner. Byfield to the net. Scores. Quentin Byfield came off the right wing boards, went right to the net. Puts it upstairs. It's 2-0 Kings. Byfield gets his second of the series.
Took it to the net.
He did. Short side upstairs.
Against Edmonton's top line, but that line had offensive zone time for 35 seconds and never put the puck on the net. Put it on the net. Make this guy work, Kemper.
Kings up 2-0 here in game 2. We're in the second period as Wallman with a long pass on the right. Brought in by Hyman. And behind the net, the pass comes in front, but it goes off a Kings player and out. So it's Wallman inside his own blue line. 2-0, Los Angeles leading here in the second period. We're 4:45 into it. Byfield with the 2-0 goal for the Kings. His second of the series. It's shot into the Kings zone. Edmondson around the boards and out with it. Klingberg across the Edmonton blue line to Jake Wallman. Up the right wing to Hyman. Into the Kings zone. Into the corner. His pass goes through the slot all the way to the line. Kane shot towards the net. Didn't get a lot on it. And it's cleared out to center ice by Clark. Up to Laferriere. He'll shoot it in. Skinner out of his net. Rims on the left for Kane. Pressured by Deneau. And Kulak with it in the left wing corner. And he'll go up the left side to Arvidsson. And center ice shoots it in. It goes off the inboards. Arvidsson gets to it first. Goes in behind the net to the side of the goal. Taken to the net by Doughty. Loose puck on the right wing. And Hellenius got it out to center ice. Pass by Malott off a stick into the Kings bench. We'll get a whistle. 5 minutes, 38 seconds gone here in the second. 2-0. Kings lead the Oilers here in game 2. Should be a neutral zone face-off. Clark and Byfield, goal scorers in this game for Los Angeles. And they'll put the face-off at center ice. Janmark, Podkolzin, Arvidsson out there. Kulak and Emberson on the back end. Kempe's taking the draw for the Kings. Emberson steps up to center. He's able to shoot it in. Kemper out to play it. Rims at Arvidsson there for Edmonton. Right wing corner. Podkolzin to the line. Kulak shot. Looking for a redirection. No one able to get their stick on it. Up to the blue line. The puck comes out in a 2-on-1. Kempe with Kopitar. Kempe to Kopitar. But that pass went off of Kulak. Couldn't get a shot away. It's on the left wing. Top of the circle. Kuzmenko to Gavrikov shot. Saved by Skinner. And the penalty coming up to the Edmonton Oilers is going to be a slashing call to Matthias Janmark. And Edmonton about to be shorthanded. They're down 2-0 here in the second period. All right, we are going to take a break. 2-0 Kings lead. 6:10 gone in the second. Kings on the power play when we come back. From the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, is Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
Did you hear what happened to Rick while he was building his fence?
Yeah, he hit a natural gas line. They had to evacuate his entire neighborhood at dinner time, too. I bet he didn't make any new friends that day.
It cost him a ton to get the line repaired. I wonder why he didn't get his underground utilities marked.
Don't be that person. If you're digging on your property, request a locate for natural gas lines. It's free and can prevent serious injury or financial loss. And you won't upset the neighbors. Visit clickbeforeyoudig.com. A safety message brought to you by ATCO.
End of the Row Flooring Centers is not only Canadian owned and operated, but we've been your go-to flooring center since 1986. The reason is simple. We make your flooring project easier. Rather than a tiny sample, upload a photo of your room at endoftheroll.com and instantly see what your dream flooring looks like in your house. Thousands of styles just clicks away. End of the Roll Flooring Centers. We've been flooring Canadians for 4 decades. Visit endoftheroll.com.
12870 St. Albert Trail and now open at 580 Parsons Road Southwest.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Matthias Janmark to the penalty box. Kings on the power play. 2-0 LA leads. 6:10 gone here in the second period. Los Angeles 1-for-1 with a man advantage. Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Face off in the Oilers zone to the right of Stuart Skinner. Goes it behind the Edmonton net, over to the left. Nurse hammers it off the left side. It goes up into the air and out.
Janmark, one of their penalty killers in the box. And the Kings have been lethal. 3 for 6 at the extra man with this 5-forward unit.
Puck brought in. Byfield to Kuzmenko. Lost it. Nugent Hopkins will get it out through the middle. Flips it into the Kings zone. Oilers make a quick change here on the penalty kill. They're down 2-0 in game 2. To center ice. Byfield to Kopitar on the left to Fiala. To the left wing corner, taken to the boards by Podkolzin. It's into the skates of Fiala, came free. Kopitar to the blue line. For Kempe to Kopitar off the left wing. To Kempe, right wing. Kuzmenko into the corner. Fiala put it off the side of the net. He'll play it in front. Nobody there for the Kings to get their stick on it. Brown will get it out up the left side.
That's a dirty play by Kempe.
Yeah,
they're gonna penalty. They're going to call interference, but I mean, he basically soccer-style stuck his foot out.
And Podkolzin went down hard.
That was an ugly-looking play there, let me tell you.
So Kempe to the box. We'll go 4-on-4 for 58 seconds.
See, and here's one. I know what the rationale is. You're using Connor, you're saving Connor and Leon for the power play. I mean, Kempe, as it turns out, it's a good play because it's a 2-on-1 if he doesn't take him down.
Yeah. Face off to the left of Kemper. 4-on-4.
I'd have McDavid and Draisaitl out here. Just let him play through the 2 minutes.
Arvidsson and Hyman out there right now. With Wallman and Klingberg, and the puck gets into the middle of the ice. Doughty to center. To Moore. Moore into the Edmonton zone on the right wing. He's about top of the circle. We're 4-on-4 right now. Moore off the right wing boards. A shot! That save made by Skinner. Squeezes it up against his body and holds on. And it'll be a face-off to the left of Stuart Skinner. They've added an assist on the Byfield goals. Now Gavrikov and Fogle.
Well, Fogel's been very good for LA. He's played very brave. almost like he knows the Oilers, and no one's made him feel uncomfortable playing his old team.
He's got 2 assists in this game.
And he was good in the last game. Was terrific in here back in December.
Face off to the left of Skinner. 2-0 Kings. We're in the second period. 7.5 gone. Wallman, left wing corner, still 4-on-4 for another 30 seconds, and Edmonton on a 1-minute power play. Wallman up the right wing with the Klingberg, now to Kane. Klingberg inside Los Angeles territory, across the line to Wallman, goes to the right wing corner, throws the brakes on. To Klingberg on the right wing, comes down the right wing boards, went to shoot it, and that's off his stick, goes wide. It's knocked out to the neutral zone.
I don't mind that he attempted the shot. They haven't got a shot on goal in this period here. Now they're going on the power play here.
Up the right wing to Draisaitl, into the middle to Wallman, a shot, and a glove save by Kemper. He holds on. As the Oilers are on the power play, it's brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at ATCOenergy.com.
It's the first shot on goal this period for Edmonton, Cam, and we're 8 minutes in, and really it was a McDavid Draisaitl line that had the puck in full position 2 or 3 times to put it to the net. Passed around the perimeter, worked some switch-offs. You get a chance to hammer it and see what happens here.
Face off to the left of Kemper. Draisaitl wins the draw to McDavid down the right wing to Leon Draisaitl. Got knocked down, and the puck shot down the
Leon's
ice.
saying you called a cross-checking penalty against Jake Wallman on a 5-on.
Bouchard brings it out through the middle. In over the line to Perry on the right for Draisaitl. He's top of the circle in the King zone. Quick cross-ice pass to Nugent Hopkins. It missed him. And up the right wing, getting it out. Fogle to center ice to Byfield. Softly off the boards and in. Penalty over in 18 seconds. Oilers down 2-0. 9 minutes gone in the second period of game 2. Back to McDavid. He'll come in or just to the Kings line. Poked off his stick by Deneau. Draisaitl in on the right side. To the right wing point to Bouchard. Goes to the middle of the ice. Now to McDavid. Over to Draisaitl. Hit a stick. It comes out as the penalty expires. And Edmonton was offside. Oilers now 0 for 3 on the power play.
Can't pass the puck into the net, Cam.
Nope, you cannot.
Oilers could use a momentum change here, but LA's smart. It's not like you're going to sit here and take a fight in a game that you're out front 2-0. And you know, it's funny, the Oilers started with David Draisaitl and Perry and had an awesome first shift. Lots of chances in and around the net. And LA got on the power play and scored, and the Oilers haven't had substantial time with the lead the entire season. We don't know what it would be like if Edmonton could ever get the lead against LA.
Up to center ice. Kempe into the Edmonton zone on the right wing. To the right wing corner, centering pass. Kuzmenko couldn't get his stick on it. Goes to Edmondson left side. Now to Kuzmenko. Makes a move on the left wing, trying to drive towards the net. He got to the net, and it's saved by Skinner. There's a penalty coming up. This could be a hooking call.
Well, Frederick was playing center there.
The Oilers about to be shorthanded here. And Frederick's going to the box. All right, Trent Frederick off for the hook. Oilers on the penalty kill, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. 2-0 Kings lead. 9 minutes, 48 seconds gone here in the second period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're here at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles for Game 2 of this first round Stanley Cup playoff series. Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Henrique against Kopitar in the face-off circle. Kopitar wins the draw. Kempe with the puck on the blue line. Left wing, Kopitar to Kempe. One-timer off the crossbar. He ripped it off the bar. Fiala has it in the right wing corner.
What did he do? He put it to the net.
On the left wing, Kopitar to Kempe. Walks in. Shot saved by Skinner. And the puck goes to the left wing corner. Kopitar back to the point for Kempe. On the left wing boards to Kopitar. To Byfield, side of the net. Kuzmenko's pass. He'll jam it towards the net. Saved by Skinner. And he's able to hold on to it. And everybody gathers in behind the net as Byfield took a couple of whacks at it. And he gets dumped down. Minute 32 left to go in the penalty to Frederick. Kings come awfully close to making it 3-0.
Edmonton was lucky.
Yeah.
Very lucky for the Oilers. And Nurse got a shot in. McDavid taking the draw here.
They just showed it on the video scoreboard of Nurse's shot on Byfield. Puck to the point. Down the left side. Kempe shot. A good glove save made by Skinner. Holds on to it. Kempe just walked right down the middle. A little more of a gathering there as the side of the Edmonton goal.
That's the always imaginative refuse suck chant.
Face out to the right of Skinner. That captures the spirit of the thing, I guess.
LA's taking the spirit over here, Cam. 10-1 are the shots.
Yeah.
And Edmonton's reluctance to shoot.
Kuzmenko on the left wing. About the hash marks, floats it to the point. Kempe to the right to Fiala. Behind the net, Kuzmenko, left side. Kopitar to the blue line. Kempe one-timer wide in front, scores. It went off the back wall in front of the net, and Kuzmenko shovels it home. Power play goal, 3-0 Kings.
Teams winning draws in the power play and put pucks on the net. Oilers might have to drag this game into the gutter here. They can't make a comeback. How about Kuzmenko? He was not good enough to play for Rick Tocchet after a 39-goal season a couple of years ago in Vancouver. Couldn't get into their lineup. They traded him to get Lindholm. What do you think they're thinking of Vancouver?
He's got his second here of the series. And it's 3-0 Kings.
And they finally went after Fogle. Gave him a shot. He didn't like it.
In the neutral zone, Deneau into the Edmonton end. Off the left wing boards. It goes into the corner. 3-0 Kings here in the second period of game 2. Moore had it poked off his stick. Gets out to center ice to Zach Hyman. Comes free, and LaFerriere will dump it in on the backhand. Kempe picks up the first assist on the goal by Kuzmenko.
Oh, wow.
And then Kopitar also with an assist. Arvidsson unable to shoot it in, but Kulak can. Edmondson in the left wing corner of his own end. Rimming the puck to Fogle, directs it out. Nurse with Byfield on him. Reverses it on the left to Kulak. That hits Fogle. Fogle after it in behind the Edmonton net. Plays it off the back of the goal and then stripped off his stick by Kulak and lifted up and out. Clark up the right wing. His pass doesn't connect. Janmark comes into the King zone. Down that left side to the corner. In behind the net. To the right. Janmark. On the right wing. Podkolzin into the blue line. The shot. That just goes wide as Bouchard let it go. Podkolzin left wing corner. To the right for Arvidsson. Arvidsson floated it towards the net. It goes off the shoulder of Kemper and the puck in the left corner. 3-0 Kings. 7:39 to go in the second period. Podkol's in left wing corner in the Kings zone to the right wing point for Bouchard across the line to Nurse. Over to the right. It goes to Bouchard. A shot. Pad save by Kemper. And it's cleared out by Fiala. Bouchard out from behind the Edmonton net. Through the middle, off of Henrique, and that will go over the glass and out of play. We're going to take a break. 7:12 to go here in the second. 3-0. Kings lead the Oilers in Game 2 of this first-round series. From the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. Big skies, rugged landscapes. Now that's Alberta in a nutshell. And if you're looking for an SUV that can keep up with this place, check out the Ford Bronco. Built for those who crave adventure, with serious off-road capability and style to spare. Whether you're hitting the mountain trails or exploring the back roads, it's the perfect ride for those who want to experience everything this province has to offer. The Ford Bronco. Adventure awaits at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PB sent you.
At Northern Lakes College, students work, raise their family, and complete their certificate, diploma, or partnership degree. With NLC's supported distance learning model, you can do it all in a flexible online classroom. Programs in academic upgrading, business, health, human services, resource technology, university studies, and more, including a wide range of courses available through continuing education. Skate into your new career in a learning environment that works for you. NorthernLakesCollege.ca. Everywhere you need them to be.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
All games, all season.
You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles, Kings have a 3-0 lead on the Edmonton Oilers here in Game 2 of this first-round series. They're up 1-0 as well. The Kings 7:12 to go in the second period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stoff. Clark, Byfield, Kuzmenko, the goal scorers.
4 for 8 versus 0 for 6. That's the difference in the series. Yeah.
That's talking power plays.
And we would have never thought that coming in this year. But the Kings were very confident of what their 5-man forward unit could do. And it's borne fruit. It's come to fruition here, at least early.
Puck dumped into the Edmonton zone. It's rimmed by Kulak up the right wing. Through the middle of the ice to Emberson. Emberson over center ice. Will dump it in. Kemper to play it up on the glass. Down the ice. That will be icing against the Kings. 6:43 to go in the second. 3-0 LA. The King power play was starting to catch a little fire, though, late in the year when Andrei Kuzmenko came to the team. Made an impact with that power play.
It's been a perfect fit.
Yeah.
You know, they got Clark, who's going to run the power play in a couple years when Doughty's done. And he was the man in the first half of the year. Had a little bit of a surge out of the gate. Dropped off. Right now, the Oilers chasing big time.
Face off to the right of Kemper. It goes to the blue line. Left wing point, Wallman. Right side into the corner, McDavid. In behind the net. Spence is on him. Loose puck to Corey Perry. Perry steps out of the left corner. It's shot high, wide. And on the right point, Klingberg will keep it in for the Oilers. To McDavid. To Draisaitl on the right wing. Up to the blue line. Turns back towards the boards for Connor McDavid. Stops in the right corner. It goes in behind the net. Rimmed by Kopitar. It won't get out. Near the top of the circle, Klingberg can pull it off the boards to the middle. A shot, tipped, scores! Leon Draisaitl at the side of the net with a redirection. And the Oilers get on the board, cut the Kings lead to 3-1.
It's great play by Klingberg. I mean, just that is what he can do. He walks the blue line and then threads in the middle. The needle on a pass down low. John Klingberg, I mean, there was a time in this league where he was amongst the top 5 offensive defensemen in the league. And Draisaitl deflects it home.
Draisaitl second of the playoffs, 13:54 time of the goal.
McDavid should draw the second assist on that goal.
You're right. Heads up play by Klingberg. To walk it to the middle and then find the stick of Draisaitl at the side of the net for the redirection. Doughty keeping it in the Edmonton zone. It's in behind the net. Moore's pass goes off of Bouchard. Nugent Hopkins around the boards, but Doughty on the point. A snapshot off of Nurse. Deneau tried a shot, couldn't get it through, and it comes out. 3-1, Kings lead. We're here in the second. Went off of Skinner sticking out of play in behind the net, so we got the whistle. We're going to take a break. 5:33 to go in the second. 3-1. Kings lead the Oilers. From the Crypto.com arena here in Los Angeles is Ford Dealers. NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Today you can score at A&W. Enjoy a juicy grass-fed beef mama burger and fries for only $5. Available in-store or on the A&W mobile app at participating locations in OilCountry. This fantastic deal is available all day today at A&W.
Businesses deserve the best protection against cyber threats. Alltech offers state-of-the-art IT and cybersecurity solutions to safeguard digital assets. The team of experts at Alltech are dedicated to providing the highest level of security, ensuring that data remains safe and operations are seamless. With Alltech, businesses can focus on growth while the rest is handled. From advanced threat detection to comprehensive data security, Alltech has it covered. Choose Alltech for reliable and effective cybersecurity. Visit alt-tech.ca now to learn more.
Rogers is Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Leon's scoring in Leduc. Watch Tide tie things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stewart steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers.
Today you can score at A&W. Enjoy a juicy grass-fed beef mama burger and fries for only $5. Available in-store or on the A&W mobile app at participating locations in OilCountry. This fantastic deal is available all day today at A&W.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cal Moon and Bob Stauffer here in the Crypto.com arena in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 3-1 Kings lead. 5:35 to go here in the second period of Game 2. Kings leading the series 1-0. Los Angeles was up 3-0 in this game. Leon Draisaitl scoring at 13:54 gets the Oilers on the board. Face off the Edmonton zone to the left of Stuart Skinner. Henrique wins the draw. Bouchard up the right wing to Brown. Brown into the Kings zone. Snaps it towards the net. Blocker save made by Kemper. On the right wing, Laferriere got it out. To Byfield, chop it into the Edmonton zone. Bouchard long pass that is too far for Henrique. Icing waved off. Puck rim to Laferriere off the boards and out. Byfield into the Oiler end, around the left wing to Laferriere, top of the circle, down low from the left side. Fiala's shot way wide of the Edmonton net. Clark will keep it in on the right wing, behind the net to Byfield. Byfield up the left side, cycling the puck, and Fiala wrapped it in front, and it goes into the slot over to the right wing. Fiala to the blue line, right wing to Byfield. Byfield to the point, winding up. Shot by Doughty off a stick and into the left wing corner.
Wow, this line's having some real problems handling the puck here.
Henrique can't get it out. Byfield's going to keep it in. His shot just wide on the glove side of Skinner. The puck along the boards inside the Edmonton zone. Fiala on the right wing. He'll take a hit. The puck goes behind the net. It comes out. Fiala couldn't get the pass. Anderson to Deneau, to Anderson on the blue line. On the left for Doughty, to Mikey Anderson, right point, right wing for Deneau. Deneau to Doughty, his shot saved by Skinner. He'll hold on to it. 4:02 to go in the second. 3-1 the Kings lead, and the Oilers were hemmed in.
Edmonton's got some size in their lineup, but little bit more speed right now. Oilers need to get moving their feet.
Face-off to the right of Stuart Skinner. Nugent Hopkins to take the draw for the Oilers. Puck to the right wing corner. Kulak up the left wing, got it out. Gavrikov's going to bring it right back in. Gavrikov with a backhand off the outside of the Edmonton goal. Kuzmenko on the end boards. Pokes it to the blue line. Edmondson to Kempe to Edmondson. A shot saved by Skinner. That was tipped in front of the net. Nugent Hopkins on the right wing. For Janmark through the middle to Kulak. And over the line to Arvidsson to the right wing corner. He's looking for Kulak. The puck goes in behind the Kings' goal. The left side cleared out by Edmondson to center ice. McDavid will shoot it back in. Gavrikov in behind his net. 3-1, the Kings lead. 3 minutes, 12 seconds remaining here in the second period of game 2. As McDavid into the Kings zone on the right side. Cross ice pass, that's off a stick. Comes up near the line. Kuzmenko skate down the right wing with it for the Kings. Softly off the right wing boards into the Edmonton zone. Wallman, left wing to Draisaitl. Cross ice backhand pass that hit the stick of Deneau. It's kept in. Kuzmenko, cross ice pass to Deneau. To the blue line. Shot by Doughty. Doesn't get through. And it goes into the left wing corner as Moore at his stick break. Through center ice. Corey Perry will shoot it in. Doughty in behind his net for the Kings. Off the right wing glass and out. Moore pushed it the rest of the way. That's icing, though, against the Kings. With 2:27 to go here in the second, it's a 3-1 Los Angeles lead. You're in game 2. Games 3 and 4 in Edmonton, Friday and Sunday at Rogers Place. Face off to the right of Kemper. Draisaitl into the face-off circle with Philip Deneau. Puck gets to the middle of the ice. Fogle couldn't get it out. Bouchard kept it in left side. Draisaitl in front, just tipped wide of the net. Great opportunity there, and the redirection just went wide as Hyman got his stick on it. The puck at center, it's Bouchard. Only to the blue line. Deneau out through the middle.
He's got to get the puck deep there.
Flips it in. Bouchard into the corner with LaFerriere. Ferriere put it in behind the Edmonton net. There's nobody there for the Kings. Draisaitl gets it out. His pass behind Hyman and down the ice for icing. With a minute 48 to go here in the second, 3-1 Kings lead. 2 nights ago, Oilers were down 4-1 after 40. Down 4-0 at one point. Got one late in the second. They battled back to tie it at 5. Give up a goal late to lose 6-5.
Had an excellent period. They've outshot Edmonton 14-5 in this period. And outscored them 2-1. And right now, the Oilers look a little bit frustrated,
Yeah. Flipped up and out wide of the King net. Icing again. Do that again inside the Edmonton zone. A minute 41 to go here in the second period. There was a guy, Draisaitl, Kane, and Nugent Hopkins out there with Nurse and Bouchard. No, Kane's got to go off the ice. Hyman's got to go back on. After that icing. All right, so Zach Hyman gets out there. They drop the puck, goes to the top of the circle. Kopitar, left side to Kempe, in behind the Edmonton net to the right. Behind the net for Kopitar for Kuzmenko, left wing corner. Wow. Knocked down by Bouchard, tripped him up.
That was a penalty.
Yeah, puck comes to center ice. Draisaitl will flip it in. It goes into the glove of Kemper in the whistle. With a minute 21 to go here in the second period.
Evan Bouchard got away with a trip. I mean, you could argue that the LA player flopped a bit, but to me, that's a penalty. I mean, he's got a stick in between, wedged in between his legs. Yeah. It's maybe a 3-1 non-call that went to the Oilers' advantage there. Is that fair?
That's fair. Yeah, he had the stick right in between the skates of Kuzmenko and tripped him for sure. Face off to the left of Kemper. Nugent Hopkins against Kopitar. 3-1 Kings lead. We're here in the second period of game 2. Goes to the right wing point. Emberson. A wrist shot off of Kemper. There's a rebound, but it goes to the left wing corner. Brown to the line for Kulak. Over to Emberson. A snapshot saved by Kemper. He covers it up. And a gathering in front of the Los Angeles net, but the Oilers get some pucks to the goal.
Good job by Kane, though. Just letting them know you're there.
He is right in the middle of it. We get it all broken up. We're down to 1:10 to go here in the second period. Good to see the Oilers getting shots through from the point and traffic in front of the net. Faceoff will be to the left of Kemper. Nugent Hopkins, Brown, and Kane will stay out there. Klingberg and Wallman on the back end.
Oilers have simplified here a bit, though. They're starting to put more pucks on the net. Shouldn't take you half a game to do that.
Off the draw, kicked into the right wing corner. Kane to the right wing point. But that goes just off the stick of Fiala, and he'll bring it into the Edmonton zone. He's going to drop it. LaFerriere will turn to the middle, but he won't get a shot away. It goes off his stick, and it's cleared out by Wallman.
Nugent Hopkins there's carnage of sticks everywhere.
We're into the last minute of the second. 3-1, the Kings lead. Byfield can't get it deep. This dump in was blocked by Klingberg. Anderson inside his own blue line with it to Doughty for the Kings. Through the middle, it goes all the way down, right on net. Skinner to Wallman on the left. Behind the net and up the right side. Klingberg, cross ice to Wallman. The left wing, directed in by Arvidsson. 18 seconds to go in the period. Kemper couldn't get it out. It goes in behind the net. McDavid onto the left, in front of the goal, went right through the slot. Here's Bouchard, a high riser. And that one, looks like it hit Kemper and the puck along the boards, and it's Deneau to get it out. The Edmonton blue line is more, but the period will end. And the Oilers will be down 3-1 after 40 minutes. Down 3-0 at one point. They got it to 3-1 and had some pressure in the later stages of this second period.
Cam, I'm going to give you a number.
All right. How many?
Okay.
Are we talking shots that the Oilers will need in the third?
No.
Oh.
Kings have got 9 goals in this series. They got 4 on the power play, 5 at even strength.
Yeah.
Edmonton has 6 goals at even strength in the series, but the last thing we thought that was possible was that the Kings would be 2 for 4 in the power. Are they 2 for 3? They're 2 for 3 tonight.
Yep.
And the Oilers are 0 for 3. 0 for 5 in the series, and it's a big difference right now. Edmonton's got some work to do. LA's played well. The Oilers simplified a little bit. Need to put more pucks to the net. And you can't pass it in. The sequence, 1-0 game. Edmonton had puck possession zone time for about 35 seconds and kept on doing switch-offs instead of just banking it low and to the short side and trying to create a scenario where they get some rebounds. And they made a fantastic play for their lone goal. Yeah. And Klingberg, and that's one of the things having Klingberg in the lineup is he can make offensive plays and help you come from behind. But the Oilers' penalty killing has let them down through the first 2 games of this series, and their power play hasn't gotten on track after owning the Kings the last 3 years. Lots of work to do here for Edmonton in the third period.
Brant Clark, Quentin Byfield, Andre Kuzmenko have scored for the Kings in this game. Leon Draisaitl has the goal for Edmonton. It's 3-1 Los Angeles through 40 minutes of play in Game 2 of this first-round series. Bryn Griffiths and Rob Brown, they're standing by. They're going to have the intermission for you when we come back. From the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Get paid to stay with Edmonton's Best Hotels. Book through edmontonsbesthotels.com and receive up to $225 in gas, meal, or cash cards. There's over 52 hotels to choose from. Edmonton's Best Hotels. Get paid to stay.
Legacy Heating and Cooling jingle auditions take one for Ryan Nugent Hopkins and Zach Hyman. Are you ready, guys?
We were born ready. Heck yes, Nuge. Drop the beat. Call Legacy. Call Legacy. We freaking killed it, Nuge. That's what I'm talking about, Zachary Martin Hyman.
Nice guys. We're going to sell a lot of air conditioners.
Hey, doesn't Legacy offer no payments and no interest for a year on those?
Yeah, well, thanks for the assist on the copy points there, Nuge.
It's just what I do.
Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Get paid to stay with Edmonton's Best Hotels. Book through edmontonsbesthotels.com and receive up to $225 in gas, meal, or cash cards. There's over 52 hotels to choose from. Edmonton's Best Hotels. Get paid to stay.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Near the top of the circle, Klingberg to pull it off the boards to the middle. A shot tipped. Leon Draisaitl at the side of the net with the redirection. And the Oilers get on the board, cut the Kings lead to 3-1.
And that's our highlight zone brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and right next to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winter Zone. Welcome to the second intermission after 40 minutes of play in Los Angeles. The Kings with a 3-1 lead on the Edmonton Oilers. Bryn Griffiths and Rob Brown with you. Coming to you from Rogers Place. It's the watch party here. Finally, the fans had something to cheer about on the second goal of the postseason from Leon Draisaitl. But we were pretty optimistic after 20 minutes of play, but LA really came on strong in that period, Rob.
They did, in part by their power play, which has been dynamic so far in this series. I think that all the pundits had, if there was advantages and disadvantages in this series between the two teams, the one huge advantage the others had was special teams, especially with the way their power play has been the last 3 years against this LA King team. And the LA Kings have turned the tables. Their power play has been excellent. They scored their second power play goal of the game, the Kuzmenko goal. That was after they had 2 other glorious chances before that. It was just a matter of time before the puck went in. So, again, a Leon Draisaitl goal later in the second period gives the Oilers some life. But that was... The LA Kings were much better in the second period than they were in the first. The Edmonton Oilers didn't have as much jump. What the Oilers need in this third period, Brent, is they need a line outside of Connor and Leon to try to create something offensively, because it seems as though if the Kings can survive a shift of 97 and 29, the next 2 or 3 shifts, the Kings start getting momentum going their way. Yeah. Then they try to survive again. Very important in this third period, and nothing against Skinner. Skinner's had 0 chance on the 3 goals, but Stuart Skinner has to shut the door in the third period. The Oilers can come back and win this game 4-3. It's going to be much harder for them to come back and win this game 5-4. So Stuart Skinner's got to try to keep the number at 3 and give his team a chance.
Well, we've talked about how tough it is to continually, come from behind and chasing hockey games like this. They got to have some energy because they're coming back for games 3 and 4, and they've taken it's taken its toll, I think, a little bit here through the first game and this one so far. But you got to do what you got to do to win, right?
Well, you do. There's no saving it. It's not like, okay, you know what? Let's just hold off on this series. The next series we'll start playing guys a little bit more. What we're seeing though, and they're I don't know if they're overplaying, but you're seeing 29 and 97 out there shift after shift because it's the only time the Oilers are creating. And I think that we've seen this movie too many times in the past. At some point, though, you got to trust that someone else is going to do something and maybe give them an offensive face-off, or maybe throw them out there as a second power play unit a little bit earlier. Because you're seeing it absolutely gas Connor and Leon, and they're hard on them. They've played them hard, not dirty, but they've been physical, finishing checks, giving them pushes, making them work for every ounce or every inch of ice out there. This is a good King team that probably, though, in the back of their minds, remember what happened 2 nights ago. And I think the Edmonton Oilers want to give the LA Kings cause for concern. So look for the first 5 to 7 minutes of this third period to be the biggest push by the Oilers of the game to somehow find a way to put a little more stress on the LA Kings.
Andrei Kuzmenko, I know that everybody's talking about what happened in Vancouver, but he's playing really well in Los Angeles, but he has moved around a little bit, but it's working right now for LA.
Well, what happened in Vancouver and Calgary and Philadelphia?
Yes.
Again, I remember you and I sat and talked about the trades that after they were done.
Yeah.
And I was critical of the LA Kings. I'm thinking, okay, your job is to get by Edmonton because you know who you're playing. The one thing that you have not been able to do is score enough goals. I felt that the LA Kings needed to go out and get a proven goal scorer, a game changer, and all they went out and got was Kuzmenko. And I'm like, okay, really? This is your big upgrade. We saw Philadelphia, we saw Calgary. What you got at a Kuzmenko, he's been excellent. I mean, the last 2 games in the regular season against the Oilers, I'm like, oh wow, there's a player there. But I guess it's what it is. You give a skilled player an opportunity to play with skilled players. He's been put in a situation in LA. He's on the first power play unit. He's playing with Kempe and Kopitar, 2 of the best players in the National Hockey League, and he's excelling. And he has been the biggest difference so far, I believe, in this series has been the play of Kuzmenko. And I don't know. I know there's no way before this series I would have said that.
No. And sometimes you just got to fill the void, right? Maybe they saw something that we didn't see in their team, and they thought he would be the stopgap measure, and he certainly played very well in this series so far through 1 and 2/3 of a hockey series. Okay, so what are the Oilers going to do a little bit differently here in the third period? Got to get to the paint a little more and make life a little more miserable. Darcy Kemper is seeing everything.
He is. Give credit to the Kings. Their defensemen are clearing pucks away, or clearing players away.
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot of 29 and 97, but you're also going to. They need to see more out of Hyman, more out of Nugent Hopkins, more out of Henrique. They need to create some offense from someone outside of their first line. And if they get a power play, which there's a good chance they'll get 1 power play in this period, they're going to have to capitalize. They cannot get blanked back-to-back games on their power play. That is how they beat the LA Kings the last 3 years. And thus far, some good looks, but they just haven't been able to finish. And then final one is they need Stuart Skinner to shut the door here in the final 20 minutes.
It's hard to believe I'm going to say this, but the LA Kings are 2 for 3 with the man advantage through 40 minutes of play. The Oilers are 0 for 3. I wouldn't have thought that coming in, but that's where we stand now. And the power play for the LA Kings was also very strong, I thought, in game number 1. So let's see what the third period has to offer. And I know the crowd here, obviously at Rogers Place, would like to see this one go a little longer than just 3 periods tonight. But unless the Oilers really turn it up, we'll find out more. Rob, thanks. We'll talk to you coming up on the post-game show.
Sounds good.
We could tell you right now, though, it is 3-1. The Los Angeles Kings leading the Edmonton Oilers through 2 periods of play. It is the shots on goal are favoring the LA Kings 21-19 through 40 minutes. They outshot the Oilers 15-8 in that period, and it's 3-1 Kings. We're going to take a break. At the intermission is brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hockey season is back. And so are the deals at Boston Pizza. Cheer on your team while ordering off their game day menu, or come in and see what great promotions they have going on. At Boston Pizza, they always have something craveable for you to enjoy. Boston Pizza, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Cheers to a great hockey season.
All right, give me something big.
The Ford It's a Big Deal event is on.
bigger.
Get a big truck and an even bigger deal.
Love it. Now the details.
Right now, lease a 2025 F-150 STX with the black appearance package from $220 bi-weekly at 0% APR for 24 months with $43.75 down. That's like $110 weekly.
Now bring it home.
Plus, there's a $750 bonus for eligible Ford owners. Hurry into your Alberta Ford store. Visit Ford.ca today.
Breathe in the fresh air with Parks and Pathways steps from your front door at West Winds in Morinville. Ideally situated in the vibrant town of Morinville, West Winds homes feature everything you need, including easy highway access, a brand new school, green spaces, playgrounds, and so much more. Choose from a variety of floor plans highlighted by modern open concept designs and quality finishes. Build the home of your dreams and experience small town feel with big town features today by visiting westwindsliving.ca, a Landrex development.
This is Global News at the second intermission. I'm Zach Ferguson. The search for missing First World War plaques from Edmonton Cemetery continues. Several have been returned to the city, but there are a few more that are still missing, and now police are hoping to get the public involved to help. Police believe collectors may have purchased the plaques online, not knowing that they were stolen, and the city is planning on restoring the headstones and reinstalling them once they're found. At a campaign stop in Hamilton, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre had to defend his constant campaign's platform's heavy reliance on economic growth in a period of deep uncertainty for Canada. The plan promises to reduce the federal deficit to $14 billion in 4 years, but banks on billions of dollars in unrealized revenues from cutting red tape and getting new projects built. At a campaign stop in Victoria, Liberal leader Mark Carney returned fire, calling the Conservative platform a fantasy of fiscal tricks. U.S. President Donald Trump is suggesting automobile tariffs currently slapped on Canadian imports could increase, while also indicating his administration is working on a deal with Canada. I'm Zach Ferguson. Your next scheduled newscast will be after the game on 880 Ched.
Blue-collar work deserves big dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is hiring heavy equipment technicians, maintenance supervisors, PM servicemen, maintenance coordinators, and pretty much every other position that makes Alberta go. We help move the earth that makes Alberta grow. So why not work for a company that makes your bank account grow too? Visit heavymetalequipment.ca to find your new career. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and bigger than ever. The largest 50-50 in sports offers early bird draws, bonus raffles, and a main jackpot, which is growing by the second. With over $100 million invested across OilCountry, your support directly helps kids, families, and communities in need. Maybe you'll be our next winner. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make OilCountry a better place.
AGLC license number 696879.
RS Breakers and Controls, Canada's leader in new, used, tested, and obsolete circuit breakers, MCC buckets, bus plugs, and switches. They have everything you need to maintain your aging electrical infrastructure, ensuring it operates as good as new. Their 24/7 emergency response gets you back up and running quickly, saving valuable time and money. Minimal generators or modifications needed, and like-for-like replacements mean no special inspections. Don't replace, repair your legacy equipment with RS. Visit rsbreakers.com.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Back in Edmonton at Rogers Place, Bryn Griffiths along with Rob Brown. Okay, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. One game is going on besides this one right now. It's in Denver, where the Colorado Avalanche lead the Dallas Stars 1-0. And this one is in the third period, early. And Dallas is just going on the power play. They are almost 7 minutes into period number 3. So we'll see if Dallas is able to get going here. That series is all tied up but one. Earlier this evening, the Washington Capitals on home ice take a 2-0 series lead thanks to a 3-1 victory over the visiting Montreal Canadiens. Connor McMichael with 2 goals in that one to help the Washington Capitals to the victory. And great net minding from Logan Thompson as well, 25 saves to help them post the win. So that's what's happening around the NHL tonight, just the 3 matchups, and obviously the game here in Edmonton between the game here in Los Angeles between Los Angeles and the Edmonton Oilers. 3-1. Oilers got to find a way to get it going a little bit here. We've got to pick up the pace and get more shots on goal, get that power play going. You can't write them off. We didn't do it last time. We're not going to do it again this time. We'll see what they've got. We'll take a break. The second, third, Third period is coming up next. So keep it right here at the intermission, brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Ready to score big on your outdoor space? It's game time with Park Landscaping. Transform your backyard into a winning arena with Park Landscaping's expert team. From design to maintenance of lush lawns and state-of-the-art synthetic turf to inviting pools and captivating water features, Park Landscaping will make your outdoor space the MVP. Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in the game with Park Landscaping. Call 780-486-2744 today or email info@parklandscaping.ca.
When it comes to your new home, nothing should stop you from getting exactly what you want. Coventry Homes puts your needs front and center. They won't dig past your questions about customization, and making changes won't get you sent to the penalty box. With their customizable designs and flexible options, your game-changing home is within reach. Score big with flexibility. By Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
Real Canadian Superstore has more ways to save than any other major grocer. Check out their weekly flyer for BC Optimum offers, deals on club size, no name, and always low-priced everyday items. Visit in-store to find everything from fashion and home decor to toys and electronics. And don't forget their new Fresh Promise on produce. If your produce isn't fresh, they'll replace it and refund it. There are so many ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. See their flyer for details.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer, 3-1. Kings lead the Oilers. We get ready for the third period of play. Edmonton Oilers came awfully close to completing an amazing comeback in Game 1. They did get it back to 5-5, being down 4-0 of 5-2. Ultimately, LA gets a late goal. They win at 6-5. They're down 3-1 here after 40. We'll see if they can recapture some of that magic and take it over the top here in Game 2. Draisaitl, McDavid, and Hyman to start off the third period. Out on the ice with Bouchard and Nurse, and the puck gets between Nurse and Bouchard, goes down in behind the Edmonton net. Nurse leaving it to McDavid. He comes flying up the right wing. McDavid in over the King line to the right wing corner, in behind the net. To the left with Anderson on him. He's looking for Hyman. Puck sent up to the line, but off the stick of Moore and out of the zone. Bouchard on the right wing. To Draisaitl into the King's end on the right wing boards. McDavid to the corner. And it'll come loose in behind the net. Doughty quickly after it. Takes a hit from Hyman. The puck stays in. Anderson in front of his net will bounce it out of the zone.
Every shift that they can, find a way to negate any kind of offensive opportunity on McDavid and Draisaitl's line is a win for the LA Kings. The Oilers are going to need a goal from a different line tonight, Cam, and probably 12 to 15 shots on goal there to have a chance.
Oilers go offside, or is that icing? Icing the call against Edmonton, as Klingberg didn't quite get to center ice.
Quick out-of-town update. Pizza 73. Thomas Harley's just set up a game-tying goal for the Dallas Stars. They're tied 1-1 in the return of Gabriel Landeskog in Game 3. Dallas and Colorado.
Race off to the right of Skinner. Klingberg on the backhand. Up the left wing. And through the middle of the ice, Podkolzin flips it to the right corner. He goes after it. Clark rimming it. Push to the middle, and Kopitar will get it out to Kuzmenko in over the Edmonton line. To the middle, over to Kopitar. His pass, and that one's off a stick and out of play.
It's Jamie Benn on the deflection. 1-1 game. Tell you this, Kuzmenko, Kopitar, Kempe line's really given a lot of juice. Yeah. Of course, they've had success on the power play, and that often translates to making plays 5v5. They're feeling it right now. And the Oilers got nothing going on the power play in the series for the first 5 periods. And it's why they're chasing. Why they're chasing the series and why they're chasing tonight's game.
Ferrier in to take the draw against Henrique. Puck goes to the blue line. Gavrikov is shot and his stick saved by Skinner. Puck flipped up and out over the stick of Connor Brown. Edmondson for the Kings on the left wing off of Byfield and in. Henrique. On the left side, it comes up to Frederick. Frederick to Kulak. Through the middle of the ice, off of Edmondson, deep into the LA Kings end. And Edmondson's in behind his net. 3-1, Kings lead here in the third. And the puck hit Frederick and goes into the Kings bench. So we're a minute 45 into this third period. Faceoff will be outside the Kings blue line. Nugent Hopkins, Hyman, and Kane. Bouchard and Nurse. Byfield taking the draw for the Kings. Nugent Hopkins to Kane. Out of Nurse, cross to Bouchard. He'll shoot it in. That's going to rim on the left. Goes to the top of the circle. LaFerriere for the Kings will get it out. To Quentin Byfield. He'll shoot it in. Stuart Skinner helps it over to the left wing. Byfield takes a bump, but the puck goes back to the blue line. Gavrikov shot and a glove save made by Skinner. He holds on to it.
Bouchard had a stick broken. The Oilers were lucky because if there's any kind of rebound, they would have been chasing the D zone there. Kings have won 56% of the faceoffs, but they've won most of those faceoffs when they've been on teams, and it's been a big difference in this game.
Feels like more.
Yeah.
Nugent Hopkins into the faceoff circle. Kopitar gets kicked out, so Kempe will come in and take it. Drop it. Kempe to the right wing point. Doughty over to Anderson. A shot and a save made by Skinner.
It's too easy right now for LA. Through the first 2 minutes and 11 seconds, the Oilers can't win a D-zone draw. Save their life right now. I mean, Nugent Hopkins was 48.5% this year. Draisaitl was 54 before he went out of the lineup this last 7 games. Henrique at 55, but Henrique was only at 50% in the playoffs last year.
Kopitar to the left wing point to Anderson. Down low off the stick of Kopitar. It's in behind the Edmonton net. Nurse on the right for Zach Hyman. Hyman will get the puck to the neutral zone, but that's it. Anderson in his own end to Doughty. Now up the left side for Kuzmenko into the Edmonton zone. Left wing point. Anderson put it off the end boards. Hits the back of the net. Kempe got it in front. The pass to Kuzmenko and he missed. He had a chance on the left side. He swung and missed and it went right by him. Cleared out by Kane.
Should have been 4.
Yep. Klingberg into the Kings zone. Edmonton offside at the blue line. 2:58 gone here in the third. 3-1 the Kings lead, but Andre Kuzmenko at the side of the net just couldn't handle that pass.
Lucky. Open that tap in. Montreal had one tonight. Yoel Armia. The back door late, about 3 minutes left in the game would have tied it.
Instead, Canadians are down 2-0 heading back home for game 3.
They looked overmatched in both first periods. In that series, Edmonton was, other than the power play that LA had, fine in the first period, but the Kings' power play success manifested into more in the second.
It's inside the Edmonton blue line. Klingberg to Draisaitl. Come into the Kings zone. Stop on the right wing. It's taken to the boards. They're going to tie it up. Edmondson was on him. Moore will get it out. Give it to Deneau at center ice. Now down the left wing. Fogle to the net. The shot, a right pad save made by Stuart Skinner. Corey Perry out to center ice. To Draisaitl. It's poked off his stick. Trevor Moore stood up at the Edmonton blue line, and winding it up is McDavid. In on the right wing, stops top of the circle to the blue line. Emerson shot partially blocked. Byfield stick broke. Fiala will bring it out. Fiala to LaFerriere on the right wing. Takes a hit, rims it on the left. 3-1 Kings lead. We're just about 4 minutes into the third period here of Game 2. The Oilers and the Los Angeles Kings. In the neutral zone, Podkolzin down the left wing. Into the Kings end. Stops in the left wing corner. Podkolzin to the blue line. The shot. Scores! Kulak let it go from the point. That was redirected in front of the net. The Edmonton Oilers are to within one. They've cut the King lead to 3-2. And I think Victor Arvidsson got his stick on it.
Good deflection just outside the crease, but Podkolzin drives, stops, pops, and drops the puck back to the point, and then Kulak wired it, and Arvidsson, where was he, Cam? He was in front of the net.
In front of the net.
It's a one-goal game.
So Victor Arvidsson, the former King, with the redirection on the shot from Kulak at 4:05 of the third period, has the Edmonton Oilers to within one.
Got to play him even here in the next couple minutes.
Kulak inside the Edmonton line.
They sit back and very passive forecheck, can't turn pucks over.
Emberson inside the Edmonton zone out of Kulak. Kulak up the left wing to Frederick. Directs it in to Henrique. Rims it behind the net. Connor Brown, right wing corner. Along the boards. Gets it low for Henrique in the left wing corner. Back to the blue line. Kulak to Emberson. Behind the net for Frederick. Left wing Brown out to Henrique. The shot and a pad save by Kemper. Puck in the right wing corner. Emberson behind the net. Wraps it around Kemper. The save. And he covers it up. 4:52 gone in the third. Oilers are down 3-2 to the Kings, but the momentum after that second goal spills into the next shift. And the Oilers with opportunity. David line will come out.
Oh, you like the work right there. Yeah. And Frederick right to the front of the net. Got a horse collared after. There's no way the crew's going to call that, the situation of the third, but got to be a pain in the you-know-what in front of the goal. Oilers needed more net front presence, and they're starting to get there.
Arvidsson with that redirection. Kulak and Podkolzin with the assist. Face off to the right of Kemper. Draisaitl wins the draw. Nurse on the left wing. A snapshot off the glove of Kemper and knocked out of the zone by Foegele. Nurse on the right wing to Bouchard. He'll shoot it in. He's going to rim over to the left side in the Kings end. Draisaitl with it in his skates. Pass out to Perry and pressured by Foegele. Foegele will clear it out. Nurse has it at the Edmonton blue line. Over to Bouchard on the right wing. 3-2. Kings lead. We're here in the third. 5:20 gone here in the third period. Doughty around the boards to the line, and that was knocked down by a high stick.
David with the high stick.
Yeah, Nurse touched it. Face-off will come outside of the Kings blue line. With the Oilers pressing here in the third period, they're within one.
Got to stay out of the box, too, Cam. The way their power play is going. Important shift here for Nugent Hopkins. Out with Hyman.
And Kane.
Yep.
All right, wing at center ice. Klingberg will shoot it in. Grant Clark goes in behind the net. Wraps it up to the line, or it's kept in. The shot towards the net. That was blocked before he could get through his Wallman. Let it go. And it's Fiala down the right wing into the Edmonton zone. Goes to the right wing corner. Stops. Out to LaFerriere. His shot partially blocked, and it goes wide. And behind the net is Wallman. Long pass off the stick of Hyman into the Kings end. It goes to the right corner. Edmondson held off Hyman. A little high in the air and out with it. That's center, LaFerriere over the line. Hit shot, it's blocked. He'll get it back. He'll try to jam it towards the net. Hit the skate of Skinner. Comes back to the line. On the right wing. Kuzmenko. Kuzmenko goes in behind the net. Over to the left. To the top of the circle. Floats a pass across to Kempe on the right. He got dumped down, lost the puck. And Nugent Hopkins through the middle to Klingberg. To center ice on the right wing for Podkolzin, and he'll shoot it in. 6.5 gone here in the third. 3-2, Kings lead. Puck comes out. Arvidsson.
Good hit.
His pass. Hit a skate. Comes right back to him. Arvidsson then fans on a pass. Kopitar. He'll get it out to Kempe. Scores. Adrian Kempe. Right in the slot. Makes it 4-2 for the Kings.
Oilers had puck possession in their own zone, and there was a malfunction at the junction. Arvidsson, who's playing right wing, was in the left corner, and he and Kulak turn it over, and Kempe beat Stu Skinner. At some point, you need a stop, Cam. That would have been a huge time for Skinner to come up with one. And instead, they're backed up by 2.
6:46, time of the goal. 4-2, Kings lead the Oilers here in the third period of game 2. Gavrikov at center ice, rimming it in to the Edmonton zone. Off the left wing, Brown to the middle of the ice. Goes to Frederick, to Emberson. Through the middle, Frederick. On the left wing, got the puck in to Henrique to the top of the circle in the Kings' head. It's poked into the corner to Connor Brown. Around to the right point, Emberson to Kulak. A little snapshot, hits the end glass. Brown to the line, but LaFerriere knocks it down. He'll get it out. 4-2, Kings lead here in the third period. Dumped into the Edmonton zone. And
Henrique's going to get one.
For knocking down Byfield?
Byfield sold that. Byfield got away with a cheap hit on Henrique before that. And he's saying he's giving it to Wes McCauley. Totally sold by Quentin Byfield.
All right, we'll take a break. Kings will be on the power play when we come back. 7 minutes, 33 seconds gone here in the third. 4-2, Kings lead the Oilers. From the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles, it's Four Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
End of the Road Flooring Centers is not only Canadian owned and operated, but we've been your go-to flooring center since 1986. The reason is simple. We make your flooring project easier. Rather than a tiny sample, upload a photo of your room at endoftheroll.com and instantly see what your dream flooring looks like in your house. Thousands of styles just clicks away. End of the Roll Flooring Centers. We've been flooring Canadians for 4 decades. Visit endoftheroll.com.
12870 St. Albert Trail and now open at 580 Parsons Road Southwest.
Bloom Benefits offers amazing coverage that even the toughest hockey players can get behind. With excellent coverage, they offer things like massage. You want to go? Counseling services. Let's go. Dental coverage. That was not offside. And eye exams. With custom health coverage for any group of any size, Bloom Benefits make every team better, stronger, and healthier. Plans start from just $54 a month. Rethink your benefits today at bloombenefits.ca.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oiler fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
4-2, Kings lead the Oilers. 7:33 gone in the third. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Adam Henrique goes off for a roughing. Fourth power play of the game for the Kings. Are 2 for 3 with the man advantage.
Yeah, you don't get a kill here. Game's over. Got to get a kill. and they keep winning draws.
Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. As Jan Mark will get it out through the middle. He's got Nurse with him, comes in over the line, a shot that misses. Nurse with a shot on goal, a save by Kemper. And getting it out Byfield, long pass to Kuzmenko, missed him, and Skinner's got to play it. Right wing for Wallman, down the right side, just missed Janmark, and it goes down the ice. Quick early chance, shorthanded for Edmonton. They're down 4-2 here in the third period of game 2. And the Kings have the man advantage. Kempe dropping it back to Quinton Byfield. To the Edmonton blue line, left wing to Fiala. Rims on the right, goes to the right wing point. Kopitar, cross ice to Fiala, shot, and that's off the blocker of Skinner. Puck along the left wing to the point. Kempe cross ice for Kopitar, comes over the line, and the Kings have to regroup. Kempe to Kopitar, in through the middle. On the right to Clark, stops in the right wing corner. Brant Clark to Kopitar. Left wing to Fiala.
They missed a high stick to Emerson right in the face.
Puck to the left wing point. Kempe in behind the net. Fiala's pass on the right, and that doesn't connect with Clark, who'd come in down the right side. Fiala, left wing to Kopitar. To the blue line to Kempe on the right wing. Waiting, it comes across. Kopitar scores. Hanze Kopitar off the left side, got the pass, cross ice. He scores, power play goal, 5-2 Kings.
Missed the high stick on Emerson. Emerson's bleeding, by the way. He's going over to show the ref, you missed this. How do you miss the high stick? This has a feel like this might get ugly the other way.
Kopitar's first to the playoffs. 9:07 time of that goal.
I mean, that was a tremendous passing play, but we're sitting here with the LA Kings 5 for 9 on the power play. Who do you need to have as your best penalty killer?
Well, your goalie.
Yep.
He's not stopping that one, though. Puck on the left wing. At center ice, Deneau on the right to Moore. He'll dump it in. Long pass on the right wing to Hyman. That's offside at the blue line of the Kings. Fiala and Kempe with the assist. Face off to the left of Skinner. No, that's going to be a goal all day. When Fiala goes from the right across the Kopitar for a one-timer off the left. It was a nice goal.
It was a great goal, but
set up to the left of Skinner. Top of the circle on the right. Flip towards the net by Deneau. Glove by Skinner. Maybe another face-off in the Edmonton zone. But yes, the Kings power play has been incredibly prolific through the first 2 games of this series. To the tune of 5 for 9. Up the right wing. Center ice, Bouchard. Cross to Nurse. He'll shoot it in. Rims on the right. Bouchard on the right wing point. Over to Nurse on the left. He'll take a snapshot. And that one hit bodies. Doesn't get to the net. More flip it up and out. the neutral zone. Hyman to his own end to Bouchard. We're halfway through the third. Edmonton down 5-2 here in game 2. McDavid got just in over the Kings line. Went off his stick. Anderson, right wing corner to Edmondson. Can't get it out of the zone. Arvidsson near the blue line. Ferrier is trying to get it away from him. He does. Up to Byfield. Now to Fiala. And over the Edmonton line, a Byfield shot, and that's blocked. Fiala on the left wing corner, angle shot off the stick of Henrique, and that goes out of play. I'll get a little gathering in the corner. Janmark trying to get it going with Fiala.
Fiala's not going to drop the gloves.
No. We'll take a break. 9.5 to go here in the third. 5-2. Kings lead the Oilers from the Crypto.com arena here in Los Angeles. It's Four Dealers NHL hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Get paid to stay with Edmonton's best hotels. Book through edmontonsbesthotels.com and receive up to $225 in gas, meal, or cash cards. There's over 52 hotels to choose from. Edmonton's best hotels. Get paid to stay.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know, Alberta's a special place. From the Rockies to the Plains, it's a land of hard work and big dreams. If you're going to tackle it all, you need a truck that can keep up. That's why I can't say enough about my Ford F-150. It's more than a truck. It's a partner. Rugged toughness, serious capability, and smart features that make your life easier, like available Pro Power onboard. The Ford F-150. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Tired of skyrocketing energy bills? Switch to clean, affordable power with Horizon Solar. Whether you want to cut costs, go green, or increase your home's value, Horizon Solar has you covered with tailored solar energy solutions. With current government incentives, there's never been a better time to make the switch. Own your power, control your bills, live sustainably. For your free assessment, call Horizon Solar today or visit horizonsolar.com to get started. Horizon Solar, where going green makes sense.
Get paid to stay with Edmonton's best hotels. Book through edmontonsbesthotels.com and receive up to $225 in gas, meal, or cash cards. There's over 52 hotels to choose from. Edmonton's best hotels. Get paid to stay.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer here at the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles. 5-2, Kings lead the Oilers. 9.5 to go in the third period. Calvin Pickard coming into the game in goal for Edmonton. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Oilers with goals from Leon Draisaitl and Victor Arvidsson. It's been Clark, Byfield, Kuzmenko, Kempe, and Kopitar for Los Angeles. They are 3 for 4 on the power play in this game. Faceoff will be in the Oilers zone to the right of Calvin Pickard. Pickard got into 3 games last year in the playoffs, went 1-1 against Vancouver in the second round series.
Gave him 2 quality starts.
Sure
That's
did.
all he could ask for.
He's 22-10-1 this year in the regular season in 36 appearances. His last game was April 14th. That was a 5-0 loss to Los Angeles at Rogers Place. 31 saves in that game for Pickard. Puck goes in behind the net, and it's Wallman out with it. Out to center ice to Brown on the right over the line. The shot, that one hit Kemper up high, and it goes in behind the goal. Sent out to Kempe. We got it from Doughty. Now in over the Edmonton line to Kopitar. To Kempe in front of the net. Cross-ice pass does not connect with Kuzmenko. Down the left wing, Connor Brown into the Kings' end. To the right wing corner, Klingberg could not get to it. Kempe to the line will get it out. To Kuzmenko, to Kempe. Odd man rush. Here's Kempe off the crossbar. No, that's a goal. Scores as he put it upstairs. And that makes it 6-2 for the Kings. Kempe wired that thing short side upstairs. 11:09, time of that goal.
3 goals in a span of under 5 minutes. And the Oilers are in a world of hurt.
Third of the playoffs for Kempe. Puck shot down into the Kings zone. It's icing against Edmonton. Adrian Kempe's got 3 goals and 4 assists in these playoffs. Mako and Kopitar with the assist. Draisaitl to center, comes in over the line. On the right for McDavid, over to the left wing. The left wing point, in from the point was Nurse, but Deneau there for the Kings, they'll get it out. Glove down, goes off of the glove of Kane into the Edmonton end. And Draisaitl will loop it back and now start up. Oilers down 6-2 here in the third period. On the right side to Kane to Draisaitl. Draisaitl to Kane. He'll go to the net. The shot, and it's saved made by Kemper. Fogo off the left wing boards. Can't clear it. Deneau will. Nurse back into the Oiler end. Goes in behind the net. Out through the middle of the ice. Center, he'll shoot it in, takes a weird hop off the glass, goes to the side of the goal. Up the right wing, Byfield out with it for Los Angeles. Into the Edmonton zone to Laferriere. Hit hard by Emberson, it goes in behind the Edmonton net. Kulak through the middle. To Nugent Hopkins, played off his stick, goes over to Fialo. Come in on the left wing. To the left wing corner it goes.
Is that not a hold?
Fiala to Laferriere to Byfield behind the net. Only for a moment. Emberson to Arvidsson to the line. It doesn't get out. Laferriere walking in towards the goal, and his pass off his stick goes wide. Fiala out to Laferriere. His shot wide comes off the boards and off the pad of Calvin Pickard.
Nugent Hopkins got away the slash. This is
Emberson in behind his own net.
These guys are getting whack. These guys are getting played. Absolutely. That's the third dive in this game from LA.
Janmark going to the box. And then the Oilers are about to be shorthanded.
They are flopping all over the ice. Kelly spent some time here in LA. Lots of play acting.
6:50 to go in the third. 6-2 Kings.
Oilers aren't helping their cause here, Cam, but they're frustrated. And Kings got their number 1 power play unit on the ice.
Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Face off to the right of Pickard. Goes in behind the net. Nurse got room, time, rims it on the glass, but it hits Fiala and it stays in. Fiala, cross ice pass to Kopitar. He's on the left wing point. Down low. And Fiala on the right to Kempe on the right wing point through the middle, but he gave it away. And Nugent Hopkins can get out to center ice. Dump it into the Kings end. Kopitar to Kempe. Right wing now cuts to the middle as he brings it out. It's in over the Edmonton blue line. Fiala takes a hard hit from Henrique. Puck comes across. Kopitar on the right wing. In the middle on the blue line. Kempe to Kopitar, right corner. Back to Kempe. Left wing corner to Kuzmenko. Kuzmenko to the blue line to Kempe. Over on the right side. Kuzmenko. To Kopitar, to Kuzmenko. Side of the net, Byfield into the slot to Kempe, but it skips off his stick, goes down the ice. Kopitar in his own end. 5:39 to go in the third. 6-2 Kings lead. 45 seconds to go in the Kings power play.
Too many men on LA.
No. Well, that's it. Your power play's over now.
Oh, it's against Edmonton. What's going on here?
I don't know.
But Colson's going off.
For what? Oh, he's leaving. I don't think that must be. Is he getting a 10?
What is?
I don't think it's 5-on-3, is it?
Is there one each? Like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Pod Colson just went right to the room. They might have just given 10. Still 5-on-4. So. Still 5-on-4. Puck goes to Doughty, left wing to Deneau, to Fogle, into the Oiler end, to the point for Doughty, fans on a shot, gets it back. On the right wing, Clark, his shot, and a save made by Pickard. Skating up the right wing's Arvidsson, into the King zone. He's trying to go towards the net, into the right corner as Deneau had forced him to the boards. And behind the goal, now on the left, Arvidsson top of the circle in the Kings end and off of the puck. Penalty just about done to Janmark here in 5 seconds. The right wing, the Malott off his stick into Edmonton territory. On the end boards, Emberson. Left wing to Kane. Through the middle to Emberson. Come into the King zone, take a shot, and that's blocked, goes off of Edmondson. And Edmondson has it left wing corner. Kings now 3 for 5 on the power play. Oilers killed it off. Byfield shot blocked as he come into the Oiler end. Janmark on the right wing at center ice to Kulak. And over the King line, rims on the left. Off the stick of Frederick. The Ferrier will get it out to Byfield. He'll dump it in. From behind his goal, Bouchard. Bouchard to Klingberg through the middle. Missed Henrique with it. Kempe comes the other way. Kempe over the Edmonton blue line. Yeah, 10-minute misconduct to Todd Colson.
We may not see a lot of McDavid and Draisaitl the rest of the way here.
No. And behind his net is Klingberg. With 3:40 to go here in the third, and Edmonton down 6-2. Totally understand. Through the middle, Henrique into the King end, and it'll go into the corner. Deneau, cross ice to Drew Doughty. Over to Deneau, got over center, shoots it in. Klingberg, right wing to Emberson. Up the right wing boards and out. Edmondson chases back for Los Angeles behind his goal. Now on the left side to Philip Deneau. Up to Fogle at center ice to Moore, and he'll flip it in past Emberson.
20 years ago, there would have been 3 or 4 fights here in the final. 3 or 4 fights in the final few minutes. But not in today's game. Not with how it's managed.
Edmondson out to center ice to Byfield. His pass picked off. Malott will follow it up. Into the Oiler end, lost it. Janmark. To the King blue line, that's offside at the line.
Camp, LA full marks for the situation they're in right now. They've been the better team in every facet, and they've dominated special teams. And the Oilers are in a world of hurt.
We'll take a break. 2:36 to go here in the third. 6-2. Kings lead the Oilers from the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. It's for Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
When was the last time your electricity and natural gas provider made you feel like this? Low rates, no strings attached, year-round perks, and local energy experts who always have your back with Encore by Epcor. Find that carefree energy feeling at encore.epcor.com/carefree.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Loyal to the oil in Edmonton we
trust. Rising to the top like a pizza crust. Got the flavors to play, yeah. Cooking on ice. Hunger happens, gotta score a slice. Let's go Oilers, E-Town unite. Ice District to Jasper, downtown to White. Wearing orange and blue, game on the street. Make the right call, Pizza 73. Let's go Oilers. 737373, Pizza 73.
Did you know the RCMP polices over 99% of Alberta's landscape? From the oil sands to the Rockies to the prairies, the RCMP has a province covered. Providing policing services to more than 1,700 communities and with over 150 career specializations, the Alberta RCMP has something to fit everyone's goals and lifestyles. Visit rcmpcareers.ca and take the next step towards your career with the Alberta RCMP. A message from the Government of Canada.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. 6-2. Kings lead the Oilers. 2:36 to go here in period 3 of game 2. Face-off just outside the Los Angeles blue line. Goes between the defenseman to the netminder Darcy Kemper. On the right to Spence, up the right wing, got it out. Adam Malott in over the line, shoots it wide of the Edmonton net. Moverari out on the ice. I don't know if it's his first shift, but it's got to be close.
One of the first, yeah.
Moverari on the left wing. We'll get to center ice. He'll dump it in. As the Kings have gone 11-7 here tonight. The puck up against the end boards. Nurse to Kane. Kane around the left wing to the line. Doesn't get out. Malott. Right wing corner. LaFerriere. Angle shot and a glove save made by Pickard. There'll be a face-off in the Edmonton zone with 1:56 to go here in the third period. But you called it. We haven't seen a lot of Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl.
No. And again,
which makes sense.
LA wins 6. I mean, the fact that they were able to respond after Edmonton rallied from 5-2 down to make it a 5-5 game, and they got the game winner. Everybody thought the Oilers had momentum. Well, they didn't. And the big thing is the Kings have all the momentum on the special teams, and they're getting more calls. That's the other thing. And the Oilers are getting frustrated.
Glove pass by the Kings. And they also, when the Oilers got it to 3-2 tonight, they found a way.
They found a way. And it was just a brutal giveaway in the D zone by the Oilers. I mean, you had both Arvidsson and Kulak on the puck. So Edmonton's going to have to dig deep. They're going to need the support of the fans. And I think we're going to see Calvin Pickard, who won over 20 games this year, he's probably getting the started goal. That's a given.
Yeah, pass to Kuzmenko misses, so it's icing against the Kings.
But Edmonton's played too soft against LA's better players. And, unfortunately, you got Frederick and Kane coming back from injury. They're the more physical guys. Kane took a healthy run at Brant Clark. And the other thing, Cam, I mean, it's got to be stated, the Kings have done a good job influencing a couple calls, but they have been, there's no question who the better team has been.
Big hit by Frederick on the end boards on Moverari. And up to center ice. Spence will dump it in. And it's inside the Edmonton zone. Kulak goes in behind the net.
I haven't minded Klingberg at all. Yeah. He's been good.
Klingberg with it inside the Edmonton blue line.
It looks like Edmonton's going to have to play a more patient, intelligent, more disciplined game.
Now giving the Kings solid round of applause as they are now 1:05 away from being up 2-0 in this series. Puck brought in by Barry.
Missed that hook. There was a hook right there, took away a scoring chance. They are not going to give more. The Oilers are going to have to start working a little bit here if the series supervisor as well.
Barry's got it inside the Edmonton zone. 45 seconds to go here in the third period. 6-2, Kings lead. Emberson is center ice. He dumps it in. Kemper to play it. Fogle near the blue line, but Perry will keep it in for Edmonton. Fogle a second chance. They'll sweep it out. We'll go down into the Edmonton zone. Emberson with 22 seconds left. To Nurse. At center. Dumped it to the left wing corner. Moverari right back out with it. Nurse forced back. 8 seconds left. To Emberson, to Nurse. Nurse will just hold on to it. The Los Angeles Kings up 2-0 in this first round series against the Oilers by way of a 6-2 win here at the Crypto.com Arena. All right.
Evander Kane had a little fun at the end of the game there.
Went to grab the puck, keep it away from the Kings, but
in the end, the Kings got that puck too.
Yeah.
Edmonton's going to have to recalibrate here. That's all there is to it. I think you're going to see Calvin Pickard start Game 3 at Edmonton. Here's what's happened. LA is sick of losing to the Oilers.
Yeah.
And the Oilers have not matched the desperation or the level of intensity throughout their lineup. The Oilers also have fewer players that were a part of this than LA. And Edmonton's going to have to find a way to get refocused, re-energized. Playing at Rogers Place will help. I know one thing, the fans at Edmonton, they don't like LA. And they can play a factor too, because I think we saw the officials as this game wore on at critical times get a little bit influenced by the crowd. And we'll see if that gets reciprocated back in Edmonton. But the Oilers can't kill a penalty. You need your goalie to be your best penalty killer. I mean, Stuart Skinner on the 5-on-3 when the game was 5-2 the other night was part of the reason why Edmonton got it to 5-5. But give the Kings credit. They've absolutely murdered Edmonton on the power play. And they're up 2-0. And the Oilers' woes through the first 3 games of a series continue. And they better find it in a hurry here back at Edmonton on Friday night.
6-2 the final. Kings over the Oilers. The Kings are up 2-0 in this first round series. Brant Clark, Quentin Byfield, Andrei Kuzmenko, Adrian Kempe had a pair. Anze Kopitar also scoring for Los Angeles. For Edmonton, it was Leon Draisaitl and Victor Arvidsson. So the Oilers come into Los Angeles. They lose 6-5 in Game 1. They lose 6-2 in Game 2. And the Kings power play goes 3 for 5 in this game. It was 2 for 5 in Game 1. So the Oilers be looking forward to Rogers Place and looking forward to that home crowd. The games Friday and Sunday in Edmonton. Kings up 2-0 in this series. 6-2 the final as Los Angeles defeats Edmonton. Our Rogers post-game show coming up next.
Exclusive live interviews, expert analysis, and game highlights. This is the Rogers post-game show. Once again, here's Bob Stauffer on the Oilers Radio Network.
In the neutral zone, Podkolzin down the left wing. Into the Kings end, stops in the left wing corner. Podkolzin to the blue line. The shot! Scores! Kulak let it go from the point. That was redirected in front of the net. The Edmonton Oilers are to within 1.
Unfortunately for Edmonton, that's as good as it got. It's as good as it got tonight. And, wow. Didn't get any better the rest of the way. The Kings responded almost immediately. That's a Century Casino highlights on all games, all season. Century Casino, 3 great locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, next to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the winter zone. The Kings, they're up 2-0. They earned it. 6-2 the final score. This is the Rogers postgame show.
At Fountain Tire, our focus is taking care of your vehicle. Your focus? Saving up to 25% off select tires. Plus, getting up to a $120 mail-in rebate on a set of 4 select tires until April 26th. So we both win. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together.
Do you have tickets to an upcoming event at Rogers Place that you can't attend? Donate your tickets to the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation Seats for Kids program, presented by Eagle Builders. Seats for Kids provides unused game tickets for charities, allowing children and families to enjoy hockey at Rogers Place. And for many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To be a part of the Seats for Kids program presented by Eagle Builders, please email edmonton@kidsupfront.com. That's edmonton@kidsupfront.com.
At Fountain Tire, our focus is taking care of your vehicle. Your focus? Saving up to 25% off select tires. Plus, getting up to a $120 mail-in rebate on a set of 4 select tires until April 26th. So we both win. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together.
This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
No Alberta Blue Cross Travel Insurance Goal Game Health Dental Travel. We got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca. Rogers Postgame Show. Rogers, proud partner and fan of the Edmonton Oilers. We're in a Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. The plus play of the game brought to you by Catelli Protein Plus with the classic taste of Catelli and 17 grams of protein. It's the most delicious way to score with your taste buds on and off the ice. And we're going to give that to John Klingberg on the 3-1 goal. But that's the problem. The Oilers, for the second consecutive game, spotted the LA Kings with at least a 3-goal lead. And they earned a 6-2 victory. They can't stop the Kings' power play right now. They got to go to work. And you know what? Penalty killing was no good to start the season, and it's no good to start the playoffs. Got to find some solutions there. Let's bring aboard Inside the Game analyst Rob Brown. Rob, this was LA's night, start to finish.
It was. They were the better team. They really were. And we knew before the series started, the special teams was going to be the difference in the series. We just thought it was going to go the other way. The Oilers can't kill a penalty, and that just shows you how important Mattias Ekholm is to the penalty-killing unit. Without him out there, you've just lost your best defensive defenseman, and he can shut things down in a hurry. And the LA Kings, they scored 3 power play goals tonight. They probably had 3 or 4 other grade A's that probably should have gone in. And then on the opposite side, the Oilers' power play, they had their opportunities and aren't able to, execute well enough. And this was not the way the script was supposed to be written. If there was going to be penalties called in this series, it was going to benefit the Edmonton Oilers. But Drew Doughty, before this series started, talked about the fact that this Kings team is a very, very sound defensive team. But if teams want to get into a run and gun, they are capable of scoring goals. They've scored 12 goals so far in the first 2 games of the series. Again, their Kings are scoring. Their special teams have been better. Their goaltending's been better. This is a team that deserves to be up 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, no question. All right, so slam dunk. Pickard starts the next game after Skinner gets up 6-5.
Well, I would think so. I think that's why Pickard went in to get him some game action at this speed, and then the poor guy gets the first shot as a Kempe absolute bomb from
3-on-1,
from 12 feet out.
3-on-1
on a 3-on-1, and it's funny. Skinner, it was terrible defense in front of him. It wasn't Skinner, but you give up 11 goals in 2 games. Yep. You got to try something different. But
they needed a stop on the 4-2 goal was the killer tonight.
That was the Kempe one?
Which Kempe one?
Was it the Kempe where?
Yeah, right after Arvidsson scored, and it was the Arvidsson Kulak. You had 2 guys in the corner. That was the killer in the game. They needed a stop there from Skinner.
You want to stop, but it's one of the best purest goal scorers in the National Hockey League, coming in with full speed and all the time in the world, picking his corner. I mean, we would, if this was Connor or Leon going the other way, you would 100% expect them to score. So you want to stop, but I mean, how many times did Connor and Leon in the first 2 games walk down the middle of the slot with all the time in the world to put the puck on net? None. And how many times have we seen Kempe and Byfield and Kuzmenko and Brent Clark have all these opportunities? The Edmonton Oilers defensively, it has not been good.
It's been a nightmare.
And that is why. It's not goaltending. I mean, goaltending, you want better goaltending, but the LA Kings have been a better defensive team through 2 games in this series.
All right, Rob, great stuff.
Sounds good, Bob.
Quickly to the out-of-town Pizza 73. We'll save that for the next segment, but we will tell you that Tyler Seguin has just scored the game winner for the Dallas Stars. They've won 2 straight overtime games. They beat Colorado tonight 2-1 in OT. Marchment dropped it off, hard net drive, swung it back, and Seguin came late and roofed the puck up and over Mackenzie Blackwood. This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. An in-house, one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they are the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
Hey folks, Paul Brandt here. Around these parts, we work hard, play hard, and we demand the best. Sometimes you need a truck that's a cut above. The Ford Super Duty. Tough enough for any job with the style and luxury you deserve. It's as powerful as it is refined, with cutting-edge features that make every drive a pleasure. In short, this ain't your everyday pickup. The Ford Super Duty. Drive the finest truck Alberta has to offer today at your Alberta Ford dealer. And tell them PB sent you.
MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers. Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca.
You're tuned in to the Rogers Postgame Show on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 CHAD, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
Let's go to the Pizza 73 out-of-town scoreboard. Washington Capitals 3-1 with an empty netter over the Montreal Canadiens. They lead their series 2-0. The Colorado Avalanche had a 4-minute power play starting in overtime. Couldn't score, and the Dallas Stars on a great play by Mason Marchment and Tyler Seguin finished it off. They went for the second consecutive game in overtime, 2-1 over Colorado. 2-1, the Stars now lead that series. Here, LA, full marks. Oilers need to be more disciplined. They need to get more saves. And they need to get to the paint more offensively. And frankly, they could use a call, but sometimes you got to earn a call too. LA 6, Edmonton 2. That's the final score. This is the Rogers Postgame Show.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
Proudly headquartered in OilCountry, Capital Power is delivering reliable and affordable power today while building clean power systems for tomorrow, creating the balanced energy solutions communities across Alberta and North America can depend on. Visit capitalpower.com to learn how they are powering change by changing power. Be part of their energy and join Capital Power as we all cheer on our Edmonton Oilers on their quest to win it all.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
Presented by Molson, official beer of the Edmonton Oilers. Whether it's Canadian Ultra Export or Excel, there's a Molson with your name on it. You must be of legal pre-age. We'll give the Stars number 55, Quentin Byfield, third star. Second star with the goal of 2 assists, Andre Kopitar. Adrian Kempe, 2, 2, and 4 is tonight's first star. Rogers postgame shows heard following each of our NHL broadcasts. Oilers going to get a turnaround Friday night in Edmonton at Rogers Place. For my play-by-play partners this season, Cam Moon, who called tonight's game along with Jack Michaels, Rob Brown, Brent Griffiths, Brendan Escott, studio producers, Kellen Kennedy and Eamon Hashem. Kellen at the helm tonight, and our longtime engineer here in SoCal, Michael Noto. Bob Stauffer saying so long. The Kings have opened up a 2-0 series lead, and they earned it. They win it 6-2. So long.
The Rogers Postgame Show is heard following each of our NHL broadcasts. Portions of